Hello, hello. So yeah, I can't stream at the full resolution today, so we're going back to back to the resolution we used to stream at for this stream. Yay! Ooh, shiny hunting in Eevee, nice. Is are you looking to evolve it into a specific one? What's your favorite? What's your favorite evolution? I'm an Umbreon fan. Nice, nice. No, I've loved Umbreon ever since Pokemon Coliseum. I just thought that was such a cool starter Pokemon to have the pair of those. So such a neat idea. But yeah, I still have COVID, which reminds me I should probably grab a cough drop. Just a little bit out of reach. Okay, there we go. But yeah, the actual run's been postponed at least until next Saturday. Probably the week after, possibly the week after. It depends how my throat is feeling. Cause yeah, it I, I'll be able to manage today's stream, but with the congestion that I have, I could not do a 12-hour stream until I know this is better. I was hoping to do it this weekend. Uh, the nice thing is I technically still have somewhere to submit it to. It might be a Hall of Fame or some kind of archived run by the time I get to it. We'll see. But I can still submit this run at the time being whenever we get to it. So that's exciting. It's dead last, so like it doesn't matter that much that doesn't matter that much that I can submit it because it is going to be a very strong last place. But it's the thought that I can that counts. Okay, but now that we're actually like stable on internet, it's not great. I'm getting like half of my normal speed. I'm getting a lot of download though, which is weird. Normally they both drop when they're being bad, but my download speed's like twice what it normally is. Let's see, Discord announce low res low res kind of day. Yay, internet. That's missing a B. Okay, so I want to practice up until bots, ideally. I want to get bots 2.5 hours. We'll see if we can actually do that. That is a bit tricky to do with burners. It's like low percent, it's the flex of doing it in an odd fashion. Exactly. Exactly. And it just happens that it also follows the rules of an actual speed run because, you know, it's not like it does anything that isn't allowed. It does stuff you shouldn't do, but it doesn't do anything that's against the rules. So this is the generic seed settings that I need to use. What the heck? That was weird. For some reason I could not click on it. But yeah, howdy everyone. But yeah, that was a fun start to today. I don't know what is up with my internet. Let's see, this should be able to import this now. Okay, so really the only thing that we care about for the map, right? I say that like there's not a lot of things that matter. Our base is designed to go south to north. West, so it's supposed to go like that way. So it has to go up from the lake, and the power plant goes here. Technically, it can also go down. I think I can play with it going south or going north. I can't play with it going left to right or right to left, just because mechanically that gets very difficult to do, and we're already barely able to reach God. It's already difficult to reach God left, so I don't want to have to do horizontal, so that limits our options to basically a lake going this way or a lake going that way. It's not too terrible. I mean, that only reduces the playable mass by like 50%. Considering we're not picky about anything else, it doesn't matter too much. Howdy, Vega. It's going all right. COVID's been fun. Yeah, I see why everyone talks about it. It's such a great sickness to get. At least my throat isn't sore anymore. It was really sore for like 5 days. Now I just have like congestion and like a cough, but at least it doesn't hurt when I cough, so that's something. See, this one's actually it goes the opposite direction that I would want, but I think this one's actually pretty decent. I think I could work with this. Wait, which direction? Hold on. If it would go here, so it would go over here. Never mind. That's actually kind of hard to do. The lake's kind of bad. Oh, wait. This one, it's a little bit farther away than I would like, but we can cover this copper patch, and this is actually pretty solid. Well, except for the fact that I can't really get iron outside of this patch. So, is this a good patch? I can't tell. This one's like almost good. It has a lot of really good patches here. It has usable oil. It doesn't really have trees. Is there anything we can adjust to make the trees better? Probably not, right? We could do these sliders. I think these trees are just too bad. Nah, I think... I think we want few trees, but we can't have that few, right? These are oriented terribly. Okay, so apparently even with burner stuff, you can be somewhat picky about maps. I didn't realize how unplayable mixed patches were. Like, obviously the patches are going to mix into each other. It's just sometimes they're going to mix a lot worse. This one is pretty good, actually. This is shorter than I would like, but the pure iron over here is really cool. I feel like there are not enough trees. What increases it? Is it bias? Maybe can make it a little bit more tree heavy. Like maybe bump that to like 0 instead. Something like this. Okay, and then we also need to get a... We'll need to get a screen capture working for next week, or whenever we end up running it. Let's try this one. This might work okay. I've never done oriented down, so we'll see how this feels. I think it's gonna feel incredibly weird. Oh my god, that is so much louder. Hold up. This is much louder than it was supposed to be. Okay. So we can craft, I want to say 4 rocks, but we don't really have any. Okay, cool. Oh, wait. You know what we need to test? We need to get used to that. This is not supposed to be there. Okay, that should be there. Ooh, actually, we should make a copy of it, right? I feel like maybe that would be better. I forgot that we have a very small window to use this button. Okay, let's find a new one. This one's worse than I thought it was. How am I feeling any better? I'm not in as much pain. I don't hurt. I still have a very bad cough and a ton of congestion, so it is kind of hard to talk a little bit. At least for long periods. But, you know, the worst part of it's over. That's what matters. That was the wrong button completely. I guess we could just restart this one. I mean, this is just practice anyway. Oh, wait, what? No, there's no way, right? Okay, yeah, this one sucks anyway. There's 0 coal rocks. You managed to beat Lazy Sock for the first time? Nice. Honestly, I think... How do I keep pressing that? How do I keep pressing that button? I think Lazy Bastard was one of the coolest achievements in Factorio. I think it does... It does a great job of, like, forcing you to, like, automate things that probably should be automated that you wouldn't otherwise. Like, okay, offshore pumps, you don't those never really need to be optimized, but it's nice to force you to do it, to do stuff like that. Ooh, wait. This one's pretty decent. I feel like the forest part of it's pretty bad and the rocks are not good, but other than that, maybe it's all right. Oh, let's try this. Let's see how this works. I did not get a screenshot. We really need to get a screenshot script. Well, now I like wear socks to stay coy. Okay, so this has 3 coal rocks. I mean, I guess that's more than 0. No, wait, sorry, 4 coal rocks. That's that's better. A little bit better. Mostly tried by playing it that way to see forced to self-use assemblers, which would persuade you to use some of the DLC content. Have you been playing the Space Age 2 or as well, or did you just do it in 2.0? Is it? I want to say it's I don't want to pre-craft all of those. I don't trust myself. Okay, yeah, I've been playing Space Age. Nice. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people have. Okay, so that's what the heck. I'm sorry. How do you get those to not start at the very end? Okay. Yeah, this map sucks. This map is awful. That's fine. We'll make it work. No, will we? This is garbage. Is this even playable? This is such a small patch. And there's so much mixing. Okay, never mind. No, this is awful. Oh, I still need to check with the rules. I think I can press the pause button because I want to play in multiplayer because it's generally better. But because of the timed achievements, I want an actual pause button, but I don't know if those invalidate the rules. But yeah, hello Zelenion, welcome, welcome. But yeah, we're just trying to get a feel for like what maps are apparently decent. I wasn't expecting reroll. So much rerolling for ooh, that one was playable. Oh well. This lake looks problematic. Oh my gosh, that's like the purest patches I've ever seen in with settings this high. And they're facing the wrong direction, so it doesn't matter, but would have been nice, huh? What are we looking for? So it's really hard to do unusual shape patches with burners, so we're looking for patches that don't look terribly mixed. And that's really it, actually. I need a somewhat pure starting iron. Doesn't need to be amazing, it just needs to not have a ton of patches inside of it, and it has to be oriented either to the top right of the lake or the bottom left of the lake, just because of how my base orientation is. Because it is very difficult to get unusual shapes out of burners. They're very limited to what they can do, because it's just a lot more it's a lot of work to place them in weird patterns. How did the run go? I was sick. So we haven't run yet. I got COVID, so I wasn't able to do a 12-hour stream. Still not able to do a 12-hour stream, but I can at least do a 2 to 3 hour stream. Wait, we had to postpone it. This one might work. It's pretty far though. But yeah, so we're just doing some more practice, so that way when we do get to it, it goes a little bit cleaner. I really need to get a reroll script. This one's almost decent. The lake's pretty small though. Yeah, it's a practice day. I want to get 2 bots again because we've only done that once. I don't think we've tested any of the changes. This is a really ugly map. I know that doesn't affect anything, but it's really ugly. This might be playable though. Those starter patches are pretty clean. That might make this doable. Stone's a little bit far away. Let's see if my light goes here. Let's try this one. This one might work. The size of the lake is not important, it's how we use it. Yeah, and we use it terribly. Oh my gosh. Do rocks exist? Do rocks exist today? I swear they don't. that's like the second, this is like the second map I've tried that legitimately does not have a coal rock. Like, that's all I really need. Like, I just need a couple coal rocks to start, but like it gave me 0. Um, this one might work. It's a bit spread out, but I could do my base here, and then we can use this oil. That might work. Dwayne has left the chat. Is that the name of your Eevee? Or is that unrelated? Probably unrelated. Oh my gosh. Oh, rocks. Right. No, that as soon as I pulled out the decon planner, I got it. Is there like a bias setting I can be tweaking for rocks? Because this is insane. This is such unfortunate. Such unfortunate. So unfortunate. This map looks messy, but this could work. This is very pure patches. But that also makes it really bad for starting. Yeah, they're too pure. Nope. Nope. Gosh, why is... Okay, did I just get, like, really lucky? I must have just gone really lucky, because my practice runs found pretty decent patches, like, right away. Oh, that's a good lake. Although, I only need it to be so small. Or so large. It has... This one's a strong What else? Let's see. What does the reroll script do? Do I still have it? I had one at some point. Oh, I reinstalled. All right, I reinstalled my operating system. I don't have it anymore. It says I haven't really done rerolling for like a year. Because there was a brief time where I was gonna do default settings because it seemed pretty fun, but then I realized a 4-hour run is a lot harder to do than a 90-minute run. I mean, when you practice, default settings gets a lot shorter, but like the first few runs are going to be like 4 hours with rerolls, which is a bit much. The annoying thing is the sliders are already maxed, so there isn't much I can do to make them better. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I can... It's not great. I think I can make this one work. I don't know. It's pretty bad, but I just want to play. We'll see. If we don't get coal rocks, it doesn't matter. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, sure. We can play with... What was that, like 20? No, 10. That's like 10 coal rocks. Yeah, we take that. We take that. That makes up for it. Not really. It doesn't completely make up for the map being awful, but, you know, it does. It does something. I feel like we can get more later. I just want to grab, I think, 2 right now should be enough. Oh, these are all coal rocks. Oh my gosh. I kind of just want to... Honestly, I think I should just grab them all. Well, hold on. This is going to take like a minute to do. Walking back here doesn't take that long. Might as well. Like, it will take like 30 seconds to mine these, but it will also take like 30 seconds to walk back here. I do see one up top. I don't think that's worth going towards. Like, you can kind of see it to the northeast of the lake. Yeah, definitely. I wish they were closer to where I could justify just like coming back to them later. But still, we take those. Okay, I haven't reset achievements, I don't think, but that doesn't matter. We know if we reach Gotlap. Okay, so I think it should be 4. If we mess up, it's not the end of the world. Where does this go? That goes here. This goes there. We don't really have that much of a hotbar planned out for burner stuff, because most of the stuff we just don't really need. Okay, so this could probably go... Oof. Unfortunately, the side of the patch is pretty unusable, but I could probably use this middle section, and that could be all right. What? What? Hold on. My mouse is being weird. Why is my mouse being weird? Also, I should save this. Burner practice 1. Oh, that's why. What the frick? Oh, I know why. I know why. So my mouse automatically changes profiles based on which game you have open. And it is not detecting this game, so it's on my desktop settings, which has a bunch of stuff set to like enter, stuff like that, as opposed to like mouse forward and mouse back, stuff like that. I just need to add a link to Factorio somehow. It's been a while since I've had to do this though. Let's see, games, Factorio, manage profiles. Is it not alphabetical? I don't think it is. But yeah, basically it thinks I have a different game open, which is not good. Not good at all. This doesn't look right. That doesn't feel correct. Let's see if this fixes it. I don't think it does. Bin 64 Factorio. No, that doesn't fix it because that's the wrong profile. Okay, what the heck? If you were Factorio, you'd be called Factorio, right? Like, what am I missing? Okay, I know what to do. If I open another instance of Factorio, it will force it. There we go. It'll show me the correct stuff. But yeah, if anyone saw my like recent video, I highlighted how I have like 15 different instances of Factorio. This is a new one that I just added last week before the new run, with all the settings and mods I needed installed, or mods removed, I guess, that I needed for the run today. The issue is that messes with the program, that it detects it as the desktop and sets everything to like weird keyboard keys. Okay. Is everything good? No, it's still detecting it though. Why? What the heck? Okay, now I'm out of ideas. Now it's just being real weird. It had a smaller real Factorio preset underneath. Exactly. We did save it, so I guess I can just reload it once I figure this out. So basically what's happening is you're basically right. It has a smaller real Factorio preset that's separate, that is taking my default settings, and I cannot get it to change that because I cannot figure out what it is trying to do. So now it's trying to detect the game that I have, but it's doing it in a way that's making things so much worse. This might be, I might have fixed it. Okay, we might be good. Okay. Sorry about that. That was weird. That was very weird. Figured out how to make a vanilla logistic system works, which makes your main requirement to be an error tolerant tolerant to you wrecking trains. You should always be tolerant to wrecking trains. You never know when that's gonna happen. Did I not loot the? I did not loot this. I guess it doesn't matter much. Okay, there we go. That's better. We could technically pre-craft some pipe, but I guess it's not that useful. Okay. Is there anything that I could be doing? Yes. Also, why did I place these? I guess that's what practice is for, huh? To show myself that I do not, in fact, need that. Okay, so you need 34 copper. That's the minimum. However, I think minimum is not what my goal should be. Because I have 2 furnaces, I could probably mine like 10 of it and then start smelting it. Or maybe 6. Then we do half and half. Okay. Do we have any iron? We do, so we can start crafting the science packs as soon as we get this. Which is, I'm glad I can still do that. It is weird, like, they overhauled the early game in 2.0 in general, and I don't quite understand their reasoning. Mostly because, I mean, they haven't really said what their reasoning is, but I don't quite follow. It feels like it just slows the early game for no real reason. Maybe it serves better as a tutorial for new players, because if so, that's reasonable. That's perfectly reasonable. It just feels weird as as a speedrunner. Because, you know, sometimes you leave the depot for the artillery train in the wrong direction, and that leads to the junction of doom, and sometimes trains become collateral damage. Wait, are you shooting them with the artillery? Yes, so this is still 1.1, because we didn't get to do our actual run, and it is still technically submittable. It probably will be archived, but it is still something that I can submit. But yeah, we're still doing 1.1. So that's what the 2.0 made it that early sciences, you have to do certain things to unlock them, the ability to craft stuff. It's like you don't start with the ability to make electric miners, you don't start with the ability to make a lab, or you don't have to start with the ability to make science packs. So what that does is it means you can't pre-craft 10 science packs before you have a lab. So it slows down some early like crafting points where you're trying to maximize crafting time. Probably by a few minutes. I mean, it's hard to say because you can probably recover a lot of that time, but it does add like a few extra minutes of adds a few extra minutes of crafting and researching. Yeah, also annoying. Also oil. I don't know if you were referring to that, but yes, also oil. Okay, we need this, we need this, we need that, we needed one of these, which we should have enough by now. And then we still need the boiler, and then power. Ooh, we don't really have a good spot for power. We do have a spot for power, it's just not very good. We can't do a full power plant here. That's fine. No, we can do a small one. Will that work? I think that works. Yeah, that works. I just placed it in the wrong spot. Okay. So that part's good. While that's researching... Oh, you know what? I'm realizing we don't really have trees. Like, there's some, but we probably should have messed around with the sliders a bit. But fortunately, this is burner stuff, which means we can postpone trees for a little bit. Not indefinitely, but we can go longer without trees than you can with electricity. So that's something. Yeah, my mic's a little bit... I probably sound very different today than normal. My voice is very congested, so I just am speaking quietly and have my mic really boosted. So it's probably going to pick up a lot more background sound too. But that is... I've already missed like a whole week of streams. You can just put the wire on the ground. That should be an option. I'd be on board with this. Oh my god. Okay, there's some trees up there. I can't believe I have to walk so far for trees though. No, that's so stupid. Okay. Well, we need this. We need this, and then that's all. Actually, that's everything. Oh look, we're going over here where we had that one tree. Wow, this is such a bad map. I was so excited about the fact that we had an insane amount of coal rocks that I forgot, you know, the fundamentals that other things matter too. Many things matter other than that, but I was just so focused on that because I was so happy to finally get a coal rock. Okay, so this is 60 power poles. That's not that many. Okay, there's a forest over here that we can come back to later though. Okay, I was thinking there was some place of trees. So it's not great, but there is a forest, so we can get enough power poles. We just have to see how much of our base we can make with this. Because I don't have those numbers written down yet. We just haven't played enough. But yeah, maybe the real strat is to rush. No, it wouldn't actually be possible. But if we could rush electric energy distribution, that would be great. I need to get better at using this. But on the bright side, the preview does work. That's good enough. Okay. And then we can do this. We can get some wire. We don't really need copper for any other purpose. We didn't really mine enough copper. Our copper was in a bad spot, so we couldn't really get as much of it as I would like. Might as well craft the rest of it, though. Let's try to get some more power poles. Honestly, we just need to convert all of it into power poles, I think. Okay, let's see how close this gets us. Actually, that did a lot better than I thought it would. No, that's not too bad. Okay, we can start getting that. We do need to handcraft some more copper. Or, yeah, we do need to hand mine some more copper, which isn't ideal, but as it happens when you roll what is apparently a really bad map, and that's why we're doing practice. I get an idea of what maps are actually good and what aren't. Yeah, you would think that with burner stuff, the map doesn't matter that much, but since we're actually aiming for a decent time, that complicates things. Like, obviously, if we were aiming for, like, if we were a lot pickier, oh gosh, there we go. We could get a faster time, but it would also take ages. So it's really just about finding the balance where we can. Okay, that's actually going to work out really nicely whenever I get an automated assembler here. Okay. That should get me a decent amount of these. And we honestly got really lucky with the map. Like I will say, we got really good rolls on the coal rock department. Despite all the other issues, that one is very solid. Okay, now let's get some more wire so I can make some more assembly machines. There we go. I also really need to like figure out which ones are priority. I think the gear one is definitely priority. I think the other ones don't matter a ton. We do need more power poles. And then we'll need another assembler soon, so let's get that taken care of. Okay. That can make us 2 once we get a couple more gears. And by a couple, I mean we need 9. We need like 9 more gears. So we'll just stare at this for a bit. There we go. Assembly machine. That, and then 1 more for the road, which can be furnaces. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, our goal right now is to try to expand this as much as we can. We also need to get 1 on copper soon, because we have not been mining any, and it is very important. Don't know if we got enough stone. I do like how much we can delay the, what is it? the coal expansion though. Okay. Yeah, let's try to get one on copper because we're definitely running out of wires and we had to go a little bit farther for power than I would have liked. Okay, so that gives me 2 on copper. Not a ton, but technically enough to get us started. So we'll just leave that there. Yeah, we really... we're also just going to need to get furnaces faster than I would have liked. Okay. More of this, more of that. Okay, so far so good. And we are pretty much out of furnaces already. We did not grab enough rocks, I don't think. Despite having plenty of coal rocks, I don't think we grabbed enough regular rocks. Okay, so I think we can do a coal expansion, and then we'll need a furnace expansion soon. And I'm actually just going to do this ASAP, because we definitely need it. Oh, we have a lot more furnaces than I thought we did. Never mind, we're doing all right. We're doing perfectly all right. Okay. Wood is, I will say, wood is real low. Wood is definitely real low. Copper, at least we have some now. Actually, that's a pretty decent amount of copper. Okay, let's rotate this. There we go. Normally I wouldn't immediately go directly into this. I would go into a chest first, but we kind of got lucky with the placement, so it's not any extra effort. What is real love, though? Did I say what is love? I'm trying to think. Did I say baby don't hurt me accidentally? So sometimes that definitely slips out. I know it's like such a common phrase to accidentally say. Okay. Thank you, M King. glad somebody finished that for me. It's like, damn, did it get completely ignored? Okay, so this is okay. Yeah, this is okay actually. I should go a different direction, but other than that, this isn't unbearable. Cool. We did not bring enough coal. Despite me constantly talking about coal, we are running low on it, but that's okay. We're getting better. There we go. I did say something similar. Okay. Cool. I never know. Sometimes I just completely zone out with what I'm saying. But yeah, just because I know a lot of people were like actively avoiding streams that were about that were doing space exploration. I wanted to at least make sure while we're not playing space exploration that people don't have to worry too much about spoilers while they're here. Personally, I don't care if I'm spoiled, but I know a lot of people have expressed interest in just not watching Twitch at all for the week, so I'm trying to at least give some option for people who still want some background noise. But we will be doing space exploration this weekend, so that obviously when we're playing space exploration, it's fair game. But for the non-space exploration streams, I figured I'd at least give the option. Okay, we really need more of these. I don't know why I kept postponing it. I kept feeling like we didn't have resources, but we really did. Okay. We're doing all right though. As long as we like do Burner City by like 50 minutes, we're okay. Like it does not take that long to build our base. I mean, it takes a decent amount of time, but you know, we don't have to like infinitely delay stuff. Okay. That's good, that's good. We need another gear. You didn't avoid Friday Picks where you avoided videos about it? I wasn't like actively avoiding them, but I did not click on the Friday flag. Like if people talked about them, I didn't mind, but I didn't like actively seek information. Okay. Coal is expanded enough that we can start doing a bit more iron expansions now. And then we can also get some inserters, I think would be useful. Yeah, that much I'm aware of. But I mean, it also wasn't really on my list. It wasn't really high up on my list unless someone adds a mod that like overrides some stuff. But like I've always known that there would be limitations. But don't worry, it's not like I was holding my breath for something like that. It was pretty. In general, actually, meme runs in Space Age very low on my list. There won't be a ton of them. I can guarantee that. Because the thing about meme runs is they are slow, right? So like to do anything in Space Age would make it a 100. In general, I'd say meme runs increase runtime by about what's a decent estimate? About 500%, 500 to 1,000%. It slows things down a lot. So when you have like a base game that is 5 to 10 times longer, we're not gonna see meme runs for Space Age that often from me. There will be some, but they're gonna be like less than a quarter, maybe less than half. Oh, wait, that's the other way. Less than a 1/8, maybe. So I'd say 1 in 10, probably a reasonable estimate from me for how often we'll do Space Age meme runs. Because I know some people have requested it, but that's just, I don't think people realize how huge of an undertaking it is to record and edit 200 hours of footage regularly. So it's, yeah, we'll find other things to be fun. We have some challenges that I still want to do in 2.0 and with just general mods. No bean block? I don't know what bean block is. Oh, do you mean like that Dosh video for C block? I don't quite understand the beans, but I also have a sock theme channel, so I guess I'm not judging. I just don't get it. Yeah, no. Like, I'm not saying that they don't happen, but in general, any request that's over like 20 hours, 30 hours gets pushed very far back into the back burner for obvious reasons. Like, it's... I stream these, right? People don't want to watch me do C block for 200 streams or 100 streams. So that's part of it. Even though conceptually I think they're great. We have not been expanding at all. I just realized I've been compulsively clicking things. Okay, yeah, this wasn't the greatest start. I got very distracted. That's okay. We'll make it work. But yeah, definitely looking forward to see what people do with SpaceX. And like I said, we will have some. I guess it's not, sorry, not SpaceX, Space Age. And I do hope someone makes a mod that makes it possible to do most of the expansion with only burners. Obviously, we won't be able to submit that one as an actual run because it would 100% require like a ton of mods. But it would be neat. Let's see. Okay. I think we need to grab copper, but I think we can expand this first. Okay, at least this is going all right. And then we can give that some not poles. If only we knew a modder. Exactly, if only we knew a modder. I don't know how hard it would be, actually. I'm not sure what kind of limitations they have. Like, if they're, like, engine limitations or just, like, hard blocks on making it that you can use burner stuff. Honestly, someone who has a burner everything mod actually has a 2.0 version of it already. I doubt it does all of Space Age, but they do have, like, the framework for it, which is nice. Is it easy? Nice. It was mostly like the stuff in space. I wasn't sure if they like just physically had it not be possible or if they just added a limitation for the fun of it. It would be weird if it wasn't possible, but I also know you can't make roboports use power, so I question everything now. Nice to have refuge for the new train mechanics. Is this a place of refuge? Is this cursed build the refuge that you really want? I mean, I appreciate it, but I feel like this is more painful. But yeah, hello Deacon, welcome, welcome. I need to stop doing that. Okay, definitely not the cleanest start, but I mean this is going all right. Now that we're actually like remembering to do some things. Just need to look at some consumption values to ensure it's feasible and not like a straight negative loop. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I guess there's always the question of is it just genuinely possible? Like, is the fuel cost so high that nothing can be produced? Okay, this is going better now. We're remembering to actually do things. We have coal. I think my goal is actually that I'm supposed to cover this entire patch, so I really should do it. Oh man. Okay, we got lucky there with the misplacement. It didn't actually end up mattering. Furnaces are good. Okay, I think it's time we move these to where they're more automated, which would be very useful. We're just going to do little circles right now. Okay. Do we have enough? I think we do, although we haven't been researching anything. So let's get logistics set up. Okay, and it was designed that I finally made it a circle. Nice. Simply because generating power with turbines and solar sometimes is too powerful in itself, because you can create tons of power from nothing. Yeah, fortunately we don't, we're not worried about solar. I guess it's not actively forbidden. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll have to make that exception. I don't know. Like obviously we're going to need exceptions of some kind probably. So considering I haven't played the mod yet, I don't really know what those would be. They're just brainstorming at the moment blindly, which I don't think is helpful. Can have solar burners. Now that is a fun solution. I do like that. Feels a little nonsensical, which seems perfect. Just what we need. Okay. This needs more furnaces. Okay, now we get to the point where we just do half stacks everywhere anytime we see something blinking. Which is always. How can you burn the sun? The sun is always burning. It's been burning since the world's been churning. Wait, that's not how the song goes. The world's been burning, not the sun. That's true. Solar ovens are a thing. Why not just fill these with why not just fill these with water and make like a little what is it? What are those little like evaporative powered like desk toys? Like those little birds. I don't know what those are actually called. Okay, so we didn't really. No, no, no. No. We're so limited. We couldn't afford that. Oh well. That's fine. Let's get some assemblers. That was so unfortunate. I know we didn't burn a ton, but it's still sad. Okay, let's try to get at least. Actually, let's expand it as much as we can. We don't need to cut corners here, I don't think. Okay, now we get boilers. We need 2. Perfect. But yeah, I burned some of my very rare precious wood. which is very sad. Okay, we'll give it all of that. That'll last pretty much forever now. What about nuclear burners? Nuclear burners would be awesome. I do want to play with a mod that lets me... there's a mod, well, we'll see if it gets updated, but there's a mod that increases the speed of machines relative to the type of fuel you use, and I think that would be a really cool addition to burner stuff. Okay, this is going all right. We need a little bit more copper. I might expand copper, actually. I feel like copper I can put off for a while. Although it's kind of it's annoying to expand. Maybe I shouldn't. Solar ovens are a fun 4th grade science project. Exactly. They'll make us feel so smart when we do something that 4th graders can do. Okay, those are all right. And now for the fun part, we can start automating things. That is not supposed to be there. Okay. So I don't really know what we should start on with automation. I feel like, oh, we should at least finish labs. That one's pretty obvious. Okay, let's finish labs. We need 3. Yeah, that's the mod. Thanks, Dice. I think that one looks really fun, just because it makes it that there's a reason to use things other than coal, other than the fact that, you know, it's just, other than like being easier to produce, gives you an actual incentive. That didn't make nearly as many chests as I thought. I thought we overproduced chests by like 1 billion. Okay, maybe not 1 billion, but a fair amount. Okay, so those are going to be researching for a while. What we can do is just kind of handcraft a bunch of stuff that we need. Or hand fuel, I guess. Close enough. Basically the same thing. Okay, I'm very happy though with that decision to... I don't know if automate's the right word, but add a electric inserter assembler. Because I kept not having that, and that's problematic. Won't those burners unscrew themselves if you nuclear fuel in them? What do you mean? I mean, they're still terrible. Although with that mod, they might not be that terrible. Okay, let's do coal first, because I feel like coal's pretty bad, right? Yeah. This would go here. Okay, so this can't actually power itself. It should actually look like this, and then this one should look like this. Okay. So we do outputs first, because then I could do full drags of the inserters, which is very nice. And this is like the one time where the inserters being annoyingly the opposite direction of the drills isn't a problem, which is really good. So I don't know if anyone... I used to complain about it a lot when I did speedruns, but inserters and furnaces... Or sorry, not furnaces, those don't have a direction. I mean, technically you can rotate with a furnace out, but you know, it doesn't change how the furnace looks, but it can rotate your cursor for next time. What I meant to say was that inserters have the opposite direction of belts, which is so annoying in speedrunning. Like, it just drove me slightly insane, just very slowly. Which is probably why we're why we're here today. Okay, now we need to probably hand feed that to make it a little bit faster. I think doing like a partial build just wasn't worth it. We tried it a couple times and it never really seemed to help. Also, we should probably just saturate the whole belt with this. I'm realizing now there's no reason to do a short one. We should just go all the way up. Well, as far as we can before we run out of power poles, but other than that, we're okay. Okay, I just needed to see the path I could take through with the power. And awesome. Okay. So this needs a lot of belt to build, which isn't great, but then again, this is burner stuff. What is great? The answer is nothing. Nothing is ever great. Those don't need power. This is a burner build. That wasn't right. Okay. So this can go backwards, which does waste a little bit of belt, but I think if I try to cut corners like that, it will help a lot. If they start turning really fast because of the nuclear fuel, they might do so many rotations that they unscrew themselves. That's what you mean by that. Okay. I like it. I do like the theory. And it does... I can't really fault it. So it has to work. We weren't researching. It's not a problem because burners, but, you know, it would have been nice. Would have been nice to have that research, even if it's not strictly necessary. Okay. Now we can start doing just bulk feeding and not carrying, which is nice. Okay. Coal, probably... Actually, we're probably good on copper. We're going to feed whole stacks into this, whole stacks into that, and then these are starting, which means we can now build them, now that there's coal on the lane. Yeah, building them in pairs like this makes it a lot easier. It just is a lot more expensive to build them in pairs initially, so it's hard to do right off the bat. Okay, perfect. So this is just coal, which means these can combine here, and then we should be good. And now we can actually pick the spot for our base, which is technically this does work. It's really close, but it doesn't block anything. I think I should actually put it there. That's a good spot for that. Oh, come on. Really? Really? That was so close. That's so funny. Okay. Everything's all right. It's just very unfortunate distances there. Okay. Research is going all right. I want to do one more feeding of everything, and then we'll go work on the base. Time seems to be all right. Oh, and we should probably also fully automate this patch now that I think about it. Okay. And then this one, what if we just feed that, at least we can still kind of use this patch. That's something. I don't know why that wasn't working. Was one of those belts rotated the wrong way? No. Okay. For some reason I thought one of the belts was rotated weird, and I was very confused, because, like, that shouldn't be possible. Okay. We'll leave the weird ones in the corner, so that way I can still kind of use them. But other than that, we don't really need them to run that well. Okay. I think we have enough belt. I really should write down how much my base actually needs. That would be useful. But you know, that's for when we optimize it. If we decide to keep doing this, I don't know. I might. So the thing is, I could still do this run in 2.0. I probably would not do it in Space Age regularly, but I could see myself doing it in 2.0. The problem is that there are still achievements that are impossible in 2.0 by itself, not just Space Age. Also, let's turn off decoratives. They're very confusing. Is that under graphics? There we go. They make it so hard to see everything. But yeah, basically, obviously the game has this Space Age came out, but then so did just 2.0. So I could do a 100% 2.0 run. Now, it still adds things that are impossible, I think. Because I have looked at the achievements, and the ones that aren't related to Space Age still are not possible to do with burners completely. These need to be hand-fed. I actually made them unsafe. Oh well. But yeah, basically I could still do the run just for fun in that regard. I don't know how much of a priority it would be, but it is something that can be done. And maybe would be fun. Okay. Can we get more coal? I think we can split off of this again. But yeah, I think it would be fun to do. Even if I have to make like 2 exceptions. Burner 99. Yeah, that's the other option. That is the other option. Just do a less than 100% run. Very viable. Not... If I could think of a cool name for it, that would also work. But yeah, that's also very much an option I could do. Well, we'll see. But yeah, that's the state of burner stuff right now. Also, we need power. I really should have brought it earlier. It's so easy for... It's so darn easy to forget about power, though. Yeah, that's the thing. 2.0 adds a lot of things that would make this better. If I just did the same set of achievements, that also is an option. We pretty much... We do have a lot of options. Okay, so... I think I should work on getting the entire half lane. Or no, maybe I should do the entire lane at once. I feel like I should do the entire iron lane. It's more expensive, but it's so much faster to do it this way. But yeah, like the water changes, I think would be fantastic. There's some other things that would also be good. A lot of games have 100% that are not technically 100% due to technicalities, but still called 100%. Yeah, this one's just like, this would be like a self-imposed This one's like a self-imposed technicality, so that feels wrong. But yeah, that is always an option. If it just makes it that I can keep doing it for fun, but with less pain, because 2.0 just makes burners so much better, it would be worth it. It would be worth the technicality. I just need to think of a more creative name. The 38 achievement run, that definitely flows well. That's gonna catch on. This is so close to like doing the whole like patch within arm's reach, by the way, but it doesn't. This is very unfortunate. So I have to like slowly walk back and forth each time. Oh, I haven't placed those yet. Yeah, that explains a lot. But yeah, I think I want to do this, and I want to try to cut as few corners as I can right now, so that's why I'm building it like this, even if it's a little slower. What? Hold on. Rotate. That was the wrong one. I always confuse the two, so when I tried to fix it the other day, it was a problem. Isn't it called max percent? Oh, like the 100% thing? It depends on the game. Usually they're just called like the amount of things you collect. Like Super Mario Odyssey. It's called like all unique moons for the most part. I mean, they do have a 100% run, but because a lot of people don't really like that, they just run all unique moons. And that's the name for it. Because that's really the only difference. I think the only difference between that and 100% is like how much coin grinding you have to do to buy like the last couple of things. Which I imagine a lot of people were like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this. Because like there has to be a reason it's the more popular category. It has to be just people didn't like that part of it. Okay, so I forgot how annoying this was to build, but that's fine. We'll persevere. Okay. Let's not build all of these initially, like we kept doing in practice. Oops, that's fine. Power pole glitched and somehow you don't need power poles in space. That tracks. You're living the burner lifestyle over here, not needing power poles and stuff. Isn't it great? Okay. This isn't actually too bad. It's almost like I designed this to be as bearable as I can. And oh my gosh, okay, I thought we were out of wood already, and I was very terrified. But it turns out we're out of power poles, but we're not out of wood, which is still not great because power is so far away. But at least we don't have to walk to a forest yet. Hitless death world percent. I I, I wanted to do, back when I still ran any percent, I was really tempted to do a damageless any percent run, which if you've seen any percent, obviously there aren't biters. So like, it wouldn't really be anything, but it would be kind of funny. Because there's this small section in the beginning of any percent where you generally walk right through the fire because it's the optimal path and it can't deal enough damage to kill you. So that's all damageless any percent would be, and I think it would be such a meme. But I couldn't justify like getting people hyped for Meme Run Monday and just doing that. So I never ended up doing it. And now I don't really speedrun anymore, but it was such a stupid idea. Default settings would actually be a challenge. But in this context, it was really stupid, and I kind of wish I had done it, but at the same time, I'm glad I didn't. Okay. So this is annoying, but I think we can make it work. We need to build like all of these at once, though. Yeah, that's the problem with this. The only way to make things building fast to hand build is to make them really expensive. I think I need to figure out which corners I can cut and which ones I can't. But that's what practice is for. That's why we're doing this. Okay, so this, I will say, unnecessary. Probably did not have to do that. Oh gosh, these are... Yeah, I didn't need that right now. I didn't need that in my life. I don't know why that's not powered. Oh, that's powered through a very weird way. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any more assemblers? I don't think we do. But I think I can repurpose this one to get myself some more assemblers, because it looks like we have plenty of circuits. Oh, it's so weird talking. I haven't done much talking at all in the past, like, couple weeks. Not couple weeks, sorry, past week. I've only been sick for a week. It feels like so much longer. Okay. Right. Forgot about that part. But yeah, it feels like it's been so much longer. And then I'm reminded that I've only been sick for like 6 days. But I've been so bored. I've been sick for years, exactly. Glad someone understands. Okay, that sucks. Can I power these? Yes, I can. I'm gonna hand feed these actually, because I need some more inserters like right now. And then I'm gonna hand feed these too, because we have the coal. Normally I don't like hand feeding like this, but it gets us the resources. And then I also want this. Okay, and then this will also be hand fed. Okay, that one didn't do anything actually. We don't have any circuits on the belt. The other ones did something though. Okay, and then we can go grab this. We actually finally set limits, which we did not have initially. What the heck is my build order supposed to be here? Okay, I see the build order. It's a little bit weird, but I get it. I get what was going through my head when I built this. So it does make sense. Like, it's obviously going to be annoying to build. So it's really just a matter of making it as not annoying as I can. Okay, and then we should be able to automate fuel to these. and then work backwards. Okay. And then I do not know why this is not working. Oh my gosh. I see. I see now. Okay. Belts. We do not have enough belts, so that's fun. Hopefully our main base has been producing some. I think we're good on time. I don't know. I think I was slacking a little bit in the beginning, but I'm trying to build more of my base this time and focus less on like Gotlap and just rushing things, because obviously that's optimal if you have the time to do it. It's hard to have the time to do it. But we're still researching. Our base is still running. That's what matters. Copper is least priority right now. Now we still have some coal, although we are running a little bit low. Furnaces are good. But yeah, this is the thing that makes it tricky. This base can only run for... I mean, it can't run for an infinite length of time, right? So even if I'm going slowly, this can only run for a little bit, which makes it hard to come back and have enough resources like you would in you know, if you had power. Also, if you had power, everything would be a lot less annoying, but let's not dwell on that part. Let's focus on the positives of we're managing. Okay. And then I think I have enough belt. I would love to do all 3 of these at once if I can. Did I say 3? I guess it's 2, but close enough. 2 and 3 are basically the same number if you think about it. And by think about it, I mean lie, but just that's just fine. COVID's making me delirious. I think that's what I'm coming to realize. It's somehow making me more crazy than the runs themselves have been doing. But yeah, denial is a powerful strategy that keeps you going, huh? But overall, this is actually doing all right. Now, we haven't expanded drills at all recently, so that could be a problem. But maybe it's all right. Maybe it is all right. Probably not, but maybe. Okay. I don't know what the optimal way to build this is, I will say. It's a very weird pattern. Ooh, wait, actually. That's, that feels pretty streamlined to me. No, I can get behind this. I like that a lot. Now, the only issue is we don't actually have the iron for this, so these don't do anything. But the idea is there, and that's kind of what matters. Not really. I don't know why this is offset down here. I know it's offset up here. I feel like that should have been mirrored. But oh well, it's fine. Why is there an assembling machine on the ground? Those are important. Okay, let's see if we hand feed this, let's see if we can get... Yeah, if we can hand feed this, let's see if we can get enough circuits for all of the splitters we need, because we don't really need a ton. I'm very worried about our power pole count. Like, very, very worried about the power pole count. It's pretty low. That can get us some more... I'm running low on inserters, so we need to get this up and running a lot faster than I would like. Give it an assembling machine, give this one an assembling machine. Get these backed up. Although these are not that important. Maybe I should wait on these. Don't worry, be anti. Wait, other anti or me? Are you telling me to be myself? Is this an inspirational quote? Probably not. This is very annoying to do. What the heck is this? Okay, never mind. That's actually not too bad. I was trying to figure out what the smart belt plan there was. Okay. You never tell me to be someone else. Fair. I just wasn't sure if it was some reference to his runs recently. Okay. These are powered. That's good. That's a start. And then this goes under, which powers the underground, and it also powers splitters and assemblers, which I'm realizing now I did put farther away than I like, but they are closer than they used to be. I believe we moved that. I believe we slightly fixed that. I wanted to say fix, but it's not a complete fix. It's just a little bit better. Okay, so that works. These work. Let's get... Let's finish this lane. That is... That's not right. There's no way that's right. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, let's finish these. I'm trying to not focus on GotLap. I want to see, like, if I just kind of do my own thing and build things how they need to be done, can we reach our goal? So we might miss GotLap. But I needed to test the base at some point. Why not do it now? Better now than before the run. But yeah, I think we'll do another run on Tuesday. I wanted to do GotLap at least 2 more times before we did the actual run. That can go there. I think we placed it in the right spot. There's not really anywhere else it could go that makes sense. Now, we are low on power pulls, and by low I mean we have 12 power pulls left. So I think the concern for power pulls was actually justified. We should have definitely been doing these on the way down, though. You don't watch Other End much? Fair. Oh, wait. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't watch people. Not fair as in like who would. I realize now it kind of seemed a little bit more targeted than I meant. Yeah, I used to watch Twitch a lot as background noise, but now every time that I want background noise, I can't really use it because the thing is I've been working on like videos a lot, right? So the only background noise I can really have on while editing is music that I don't find too distracting. Now when I'm doing like the script writing, then I can have like a movie on or like Twitch on as the background. But when I'm editing like my own voice to make sure it's decent, obviously not doing that right now because the answer is not decent. My voice is not decent right now. That is very annoying, but manageable. But yeah, I'm realizing I love background noise, but there are some places where it just does not work. Okay, so this should get us iron, which should be a pure patch, which that's kind of tricky to do here. I feel like I should go to this far one. Pre-bot drills. So that would be this one. And we want one of these down here, probably. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let's see how much coal we have. We also need a small amount of copper. Not a ton, but we do need some. Let's see, is there anything else we can be researching right now? I guess we could research random red sciences. Really, we just need GotLap, though. Ooh, that is real bad. Never mind, we have 60 drills. It is not nearly as bad as I thought it was. I thought that was RIP. Maybe not RIP, but close. Definitely close. Okay, so we can split this off and send it down, I think. If we can get... Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess we'll use this. I don't even have a personal assembler on me. Okay. That's all right. We managed. All right, we also needed splitters. I cannot remember what we were trying to get. Okay, so since we only have like 60 drills, I guess we can repurpose the copper drills. So it's not as bad as it feels. It's not great, but it's definitely been worse. Okay, so I say we do this, and then we do this, just because we are very limited on our splitters right now. Ooh, that sucks. Productivity fuel. What is productivity fuel? Crafted machines use burnable fuel instead of electricity, and better fuels provide productivity bonuses instead of modules. Oh, interesting. Turns them into prod modules. I figured it was just going to make it that productivity bonuses affected like fuel somehow. But I guess it already does. Doesn't it? Productivity bonuses affect solid fuel, right? I'm not I'm not imagining that. Like that's a genuine thing. I swear it's real, but now I'm questioning it. Okay, yeah, it's really tough to do personal crafting in Burner Hundo. I mean, I guess tough isn't the right. It's harder because you don't carry power poles with you like you would with electricity, or you don't carry electricity everywhere. So there's a good chance you don't have power next to you to grab from for personal crafting. Why did that open my inventory? What the heck? I don't know what that's doing. Okay, so we have a bunch of junk right now that we can't really afford to use. Okay, what pre-drill options do we have? We don't have a half lane. Realizing that's kind of annoying. It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Let's see. Power for this should come from the top. The one thing that's really nice, I will say, the one thing that's really nice about burners, and admittedly is mostly a negative, um, is that the stuff that they mine is such a small area that it's really hard to mix mine on accident. Like, I know it's definitely like a look on the bright side sort of thing, but it is helpful. I will give it that. Because like right there, that would be mixed mining, but it very rarely is mixed mining with burners. Hello, Arters. Welcome, welcome. We're doing some Gotlap practice today, since I'm not up to doing the full run yet. Okay. Ooh, that's actually really good. Okay, I feel like we shouldn't be cutting through iron. We can probably cut through stone though. I don't know. I think these patches are going to be messy regardless. Maybe I don't need to worry too much about it. Also, for some reason I thought I only had 2 undergrounds, but I have 100, so I don't actually need to cut as many corners as I thought. Ooh, does anyone remember which one's copper? I want to say copper is the one on the right. But I don't actually know. I don't actually know for sure. I'm pretty confident though. Okay, I'm like 40% confident. Now that I say that out loud, that's actually not that confident at all. It's like I'm 40% sure this will not completely wreck me. It's not the confidence I should have there. Also, I've been trying to think if we probably won't be continuing space exploration. I haven't played Space Age yet, but I can't imagine it's going to feel so different to me that I want to do both of them, which I think most people expected, but we'll see. Maybe I'll come back to it later whenever they release Space Age 2, or sorry, Space Exploration for Space Age. Okay. Um, we need power poles more than anything, which is really annoying. We also need to finish up. We still need to do this though too. Okay, I guess let's do this. I'm hoping we have assemblers, but I feel like we don't. That's just a vibe I'm getting. I have no real reason to believe that, but I also have no reason to think we have them. Okay. We have 6. Okay, I mean, it's all right. It could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse too. So, I'll take 6. I'll definitely take 6. Okay, this is what we need though. And then these technically are not safe. I am aware of that, but I don't really know why. Power pole. Oh my gosh, do you think we can get enough power poles that will be okay? Just from like random trees in the desert? Are we that desperate for power poles that this is what I'm relying on to get Gotlap in time? Because that's fantastic. Oh, I love that. Yeah, screw it. This is what we got to work with. You're hungry and you need something to eat. I don't know that. I'm not sure if this is a hint or if you're just genuinely saying you're hungry. It feels like a hint to me. Also, this water tastes weird. I think it's because COVID, though. Probably that. I feel like most issues I can deduce to, yeah, because COVID. Okay, so we don't need any of these coal lanes. So coal lanes are actually good. Now, we are short on iron, but they are starting to arrive, so I think we're okay in that department. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, okay, technically it's starting. I need to see what the issue with coal is, but other than that, we're okay. Okay, I don't love this, but I was not able to figure out a way to make this hand build friendly that wasn't super expensive, so we just kind of have to deal with this one. Yeah, this isn't awful to build by hand. It's not, I wouldn't describe it as good though. Also, that right there that just happened, one of the best, I played a little bit of 2.0, I will say that. I didn't play Space Age, but I did play a little bit of 2.0. And they made it that smart belt, if you can't place an underground, it doesn't sideload onto the belt like it does now, which is absolutely fantastic. Like, I love that so much. That just makes things so much nicer. I don't know why this doesn't have iron yet, though. For now, we'll give it all the wood we can. I think it's just missing a coal input, so I probably was just short on a splitter or something. Yeah, I was short. Oh, I was short in underground. Oh, that's all right. We're we're pushing it for time, but we're doing okay. Barely. It's definitely close. Anyway, let's go back up there. Do we have enough power poles? Technically, we're probably good. Missing underground for copper as well? Oh yeah, that makes sense that it would be missing for both of them, huh? Good catch, Charters. Much appreciated. Fortunately, that one wouldn't be as rip as iron, but still very bad. Mostly because it's just lost production that I kind of need right now. Okay. So we need, we need a lot of labs. Although more important than labs though, we need the assemblers. So let's do that. Okay, so this is supposed to be placed going up. And then we place the... Oops. That is unfortunate. These need to start crafting ASAP. I might have to like redistribute. I guess we don't build it in the order that's optimal right now. We just build it in the order that gets something up and running. That would be optimal here. I mean, we are trying to build a lot more of our base than we have in the practice runs. So that is why it's pushing it. Because basically, in the previous runs, we tried to get Gotlap with like half of a lane of each instead of 2 full lanes of resources. So that's what we're trying to fix right now. We're trying to get a little bit more. I am pretty low on iron, but I think if I steal from this, we're okay. Yeah, we need like 8 more assemblers or something. That might work. I wish we could like hand feed them assemblers. I wish we just had inserters like just crafted to just like hand feed because, you know, we use them, but no, we don't really have that. We don't really have that luxury. Okay, keep forgetting that these are ghosts and I cannot in fact place over them. I made that mistake many times already. I need a burner exoskeleton, that would be nice. Hello, Eleanor. So this one is just practice right now. I am still way too sick to do a 12-hour stream. I can do a stream and do some practice, but I don't have it in me to stream for 12 hours right now. So it does have to wait a little bit. But I wanted to get some practice in to make it easier to reach our goal when we get there. That's annoying, but it's not a problem. I don't think. We also don't need a buffer chest, so I can skip that for now. I am glad that I decided to reorder this. It makes a lot more sense. So you need burner exoskeleton. That would be nice. But on the other hand, I like not having to worry about fuel inside of my power armor at least. So you're missing an underground, 4 from the top. Is it sideloading anything, or is it just not functioning? Because that changes the priority a lot for me. Science will break. Okay. I will check that then. Thank you. We still need power poles. Okay. Science will break. I see. Okay. So I'm not just missing an underground, it's just side loading. I think we'll be okay because they are on the pryode side, so the coal should drain the belt. So fortunately, things are not permanently broken. Just a little bit rough. Okay, so those are running, which means now we can do labs. Honestly, we're doing okay on time. Not great, but we're doing okay. We need to get labs started. Let's see, those can build here. Okay, so that should produce enough. We really need power poles. This map has no trees. Considering we use rocket fuel for armor as burner armor. Don't use solar. You know, that actually would be pretty nice. It would be a lot easier to power things with burners with rocket fuel than it would be solar, I think. Although, I guess solar panel's pretty set and forget. Also, I don't understand why we haven't been doing any red researches recently, but it's probably fine. Okay, what should I prioritize? We need steel. So I need to do a little bit of hand-fed steel. We only need 60 total. So that means that simplifies it a little bit. Did 2.0 change anything for this run? Oh, it changed a lot. We're not doing 2.0 though until we do the full 1.11 first. Because the thing is, it changed RCUs, it changes the early game, it also adds achievements that just genuinely make it impossible. That's the biggest. The biggest change is that it's literally not possible anymore for burners without making more exceptions. So yeah, it changes quite a bit. There, we need more resources. I need to finish out the iron lane. And that needs to take priority over steel, I think. It's pretty easy to do though. But yeah, it adds some achievements for vanilla. I'm assuming it adds them for vanilla at least. But conceptually, there are some achievements added that require uranium. So we obviously can't get those if we were to do this in 2.0. Have not decided yet how I want to handle that. So we either do like a 99% run once we do this in 2.0, or we make an exception for uranium. I think there's just two that have to do with uranium that we just can't do anymore. It's obviously not the worst problem to have, because I can make exceptions. Like, I already have to do that for solar power. It's just sad that we have to do more exceptions. Just a bit of a bummer. There are some milestones where you have to miner craft. You can't queue those things. Yeah. Yeah, there are just some changes that just slow down the early game because of that. It's a little bit unfortunate. Don't fully understand the decision, but I kind of get it. Like, I'm assuming it functions as a decent tutorial. Or improves the tutorial aspect of it a little bit. Most changes make things easier, but that one definitely. Like, most changes for 2.0 are just nice. That's just one of the only ones that is just like straight up just bad for everyone, not just burners. Okay, well, at least we can start researching and we can cancel this. We can get engines, we can get logistics, we can get railway. Okay. Technically, I think we're fine. um, it's definitely pushing it. But I think we're okay. It is so hard to read this belt, by the way. Like, we've reduced a fair amount of science, so I think we're doing all right. It's a lot closer than I would have liked. But as long as we reach the goal, we're okay. Okay, so that should produce pipe for me. We're gonna need these soon enough. So let's just handcraft them. What was it? What did I run out of? Power poles. Power poles. Power poles. Okay, we have the wood. We just didn't have the copper. That's okay then. I was really worried we were missing something more important. And I know, okay, I guess while we're waiting for power poles, we might as well finish this. There's no real reason to wait, considering we're going to play until bots. We don't want to slack when we could be doing other stuff, because I want to get a better estimate for how long bots will take. I think the answer is a really long time, but we'll see. I mean, my goal is about 3 hours for bots, so like it's a long time regardless, but you know, maybe we can make it less long. Okay, we have enough power poles, that's good. Fun fact is your first default settings run without mods in 9 years. Nice. Yeah, that seems fair. This seems like an expansion where you might be motivated to do default settings again. I'm still not sure. I'm gonna be streaming it this weekend. I haven't decided yet if I'm doing default settings or not. or if I just want to do it with any settings, because I generally just find biters annoying. But I don't know, it probably would be better to do at least one normally. Also, we need 9 more labs. We're probably good without it. I don't know. I don't actually know how long GotLab takes to research at the rate that I have stuff. But we need the labs regardless for future stuff. This actually will produce 9 more labs for me. So let's, I guess, work on the rest of the mall, right? Yeah, we might as well work on the rest of the mall. Like, we kind of just have to hope that we're we're reaching our goal. That's the moment. Uh, yeah, I guess I couldn't turn biters off entirely because I do want achievements, but I could turn them down. It's your first run ever with biters on? Nice. Turn them down a bit, you still don't know if it feels like it adds any to the game. Yeah, that's been my thought. I've never felt like biters added to Factorio outside of what? Okay, we might still be okay, but that's unfortunate. But yeah, I've never felt like they really added anything outside of flamethrowers are really fun. But other than that, I do not care for them. Is that supposed to be there? I don't think that's supposed to be there. I don't know if that's supposed to be there either. We'll restamp it. They seem like a logistics challenge. Yeah, but it's such like an easy logistics challenge to solve. That's why it's hard to justify. Because to me, I just look at it as they're gonna make the game longer, but they're not making it that much more logistically interesting. Just like technically adds logistics, but I don't think it adds enough. Okay, yeah, this coal shortage is really bad. I don't know what happened, but it's obviously not ideal. I don't think it's gonna lose us the run or anything. It's just a little bit annoying. We have enough to fix it though. Or we have enough resources to fix it. I'm assuming that we just are using a lot more coal. And we haven't fully automated the outer side. Yeah, okay, that'll do it. Is this fixed seed? No. No, this is a blind practice. Which it took us a lot longer to roll than I would have liked. We were rolling for like 20 minutes. I really thought we were less picky with burners, but we really are. We really aren't. You'd think we would be, but burners are just so bad that we have to care about as much. Obviously, we don't have to care about it to the point where we, need to get a record, but we still have to care about it a fair amount. Okay, we are way, way better off than I thought we were. We are doing perfectly fine. I was so much more worried than I had to be about Gotlap. Let's get engines. Engines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those should be fine. I think if I count pipes, I'll be good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I don't care. I was counting it and realized I genuinely do not care. Power is holding on. I am well aware. I think we need to increase our power plant size to 4, and that gets us to Gotlap. But yeah, we're doing great, actually. It's hard to say we're doing great, not sarcastically, but we are. doing more than good enough. You can give them drugs. What can you give drugs? Oh, biters probably. Yeah, this went all right. I honestly did not realize GotLab finishes that fast. I thought we were doing way worse. Let's see, we need automation 2, we need lab research speed, and then we can start doing random red stuff, because I don't actually care that much about most of the researches. Let's give this another print, though. Oh wait, we do want... what do we want? We'll want landfill soon. Wow, these take so long to produce. Also, how many of these do I need? I think just one, right? Yeah. Okay, we're good. We probably won't get the GotLab achievement because I don't actually have GotLab. I haven't reset achievements on this one. Also, considering we just randomly threw stuff into the machine, it's impressive that we got exactly 20 engines out of this. But yeah, we did it. 7 minutes to spare, and we built more than the first time. So we're probably about 15 minutes. I'd say we're probably about 15 minutes ahead of our last run. I counted steel. Yeah, and then I stopped counting steel and threw random amounts of stuff into it. So like I counted steel, but I also didn't. I gave up on that real fast. But I guess I did partially count it. That counts for something. That counts for something. Completely unintended, though. I can't take credit for that one. Okay, that's expected to happen. That's not really a particularly safe design, but it's either that or nothing, so I usually roll with it. Okay, I have to take a short break. I'll be back in like... I'm going to pause it. Yeah, I'm going to pause it just so I can get a better bot estimate. I'll be back in like 5 minutes? 2 minutes? I don't know. Won't be that long. That's not what I'm doing, though. Back soon. Back in a GIF. Okay. But yeah, just need to take a short stretch break. Hello, I have returned. I don't have my headphones in yet. Okay. So yeah, that was a decent time to got lap. I was hoping for like 115, but we also built more of the base, and I did let my starter patch die a little bit too much, but other than that, that was all right. Honestly, I don't really have a ton of notes. I think overall the starter base it's consistent. It's easy enough to get got lap. I wish it had a larger buffer, but it's not terrible. Also, if anyone's wondering, I had my screen in 1080p for a bit to test something because I'm trying to decide. I don't really know how I'm going to switch to a different screen during the run because I can't sit at my computer for 12 hours. But I can sit in like a recliner with like either a touchpad or like a controller. So the second like half of my run, when I do the real run, will be done in a different position, which is on a 1080p screen instead of 1440. So that's what this is right now. I put it on the 1080p display, so everything's zoomed in. I haven't actually fixed that yet. You hope that for updating to 2.0 you don't break blueprints like for others. So I play with different instances of Factorio. The only save that I have that is updated to 2.0 is my Steam one, which didn't have any blueprints in it anyway. So we're good. I have so many instances of Factorio, none of them are set to update unless I manually go to the About page. Like, they don't even tell me there's updates. So that helps. That helps a lot. Okay, so now for the fun part. We have to go chop a lot of trees. And we also need to get furnaces up and running. So I think we do this first. And then we go... Yeah, I think we get this taken care of. So that way we can start getting these, and then we go chop some trees. How did you turn the updates off? It asks you when there's an update, I think, if it wants you to keep asking, or maybe it's under... It might be under this. Ah, there it is. Other settings. You can tell it to not check for updates automatically. And then it just makes that you have to go to this page whenever you think there's an update. Very, very useful, I will say. Especially when speedrunning. Because the reason that I started doing these separate instances was for speedruns. Oops, that was wrong. But yeah, the reason I started doing the separate instances was for speedrunning and using segments. So the one thing Factorio doesn't like is when you try to use the replay feature. Just in general, no. When you use the replay feature, it tries to... It only works if you have it on the same instance of Factorio. Like, you can't... Or same version of Factorio. You can't update the version number. So that's why I started doing it. And then it just turned out that it was really convenient to not break like mods or anything I was doing for challenges. So I ended up keeping it. It's very, very useful. Gosh, burner stuff is so tedious to build. I think now that I know what's annoying to build, I want to redo the starter base. I do think I think the second half of my build won't change much, but I would love to redo the start to use more circuits. Especially now that there's fixes in 2.0. I have a lot more options now that are viable. That just weren't viable before. Just because of how slow burners were. Like, sushi was not really an option. Like, it was a great idea, but it didn't actually work most of the time. You said other settings? Yeah, settings, other, and then the first option is check for updates. When launching Factorio, unless they moved it. But that's where it used to be. Or that's where it is for me. Okay, so we need more iron. And then I think I could steal from this. We made the mistake last time of realizing this was bad. It isn't there? Interesting. Maybe they changed it in 2.0? Because I can see it from not being in the menu. So that was my only guess. See, sushi is great in 2.0. You think you used it more times already than in last year in 1.1? Yeah, it seems like it simplifies things a lot. Partially because inserters extend faster, which just genuinely makes sushi more useful. It's a lot easier. Because that is one of the bigger losses in terms of, like, speed. Oh, right now it's just gonna, like, crank through some researches. Let's see, get military. Oh, we need a landfill. Stronger explosives, and then just random junk. Okay. Oh, that is the wrong one. Perfect. Okay. We'll figure out how to make this work. But I think it is, we do need this. Not this, the read whole belt. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that's helpful. I feel like if you need the full throughput, though, is it helpful? How is it in that regard? Because, like, my biggest concern was, like, you obviously, if you're doing the read whole belt, you probably can't do it for something that's, like, constantly taking the whole belt. But I guess if you're using, like, 80% of the belt, it probably works pretty well. Maybe got moved to the secret setting. I don't know, it seems like a really request... It's... Being able to disable updates seems like a very common feature. It's odd to me that it would be moved there. It's obviously possible, but... That seems like an odd spot to move it. But it is possible, I don't know. Now I'm really curious where it is. They're like, nobody can disable updates, so you're going to be stuck playing Factorio forever. I don't know how forcing updates would... realizing now that forcing updates does not really change that at all. People are going to be playing Factorio forever regardless. Okay, at least I have more iron, so that's nice. And then... I feel like we need to actually use a compressor and not be dumb like we normally are. So that would go like this. You know, I say not be dumb, but I mean, I think we're already there, right? Okay, so that needs a full lane. This other one needs a half lane, so I should send that up there as well. Okay, this will work. Yeah, I have heard they added more to the secret settings menu, which is nice. And it could definitely a possibility. But yeah, if you find it, let me know, because I definitely will need to just turn it on for 2.0 stuff, because I obviously don't want to break some things. Like, I keep it on for a reason. Okay, so I think this is actually worth the time to dismantle, just because burners are so bad, and it doesn't take a ton of time. Now, I do feel like I'm wasting a lot of resources that I shouldn't be, but overall it's not the worst. But yeah, we just need all the patch we can get. It's just one of those things where this is a time sink that takes probably like 5 minutes, but it's either this or I go really far for another patch early, which is also a time sink, when I can put it off as long as I can. I mean, ideally, it is possible to roll good enough patches that I don't need to do this. So maybe I can just get lucky in the actual run. Always a possibility. Maybe not likely, but it is a possibility. That would be nice. Now, we don't actually have the resources to cover that patch, but we can at least try our best. That might work. It's a little bit weird, but I think it works. We could argue that this is a compressor of some degree. It's weird and it doesn't work the best, but it does compress it a little bit. So I'll take it. That's a start. I wonder if there's anywhere we can place... I feel like we have... Oh, I guess that's not necessary. I think we have too many furnaces right now. Like, I have a lot of furnaces that I don't really need. That was not powered. Yeah, I have like 10 stacks of furnaces. There's another 5 stacks in here. Nope. Yeah, another 10 stacks in here. We don't have a chest that we can hand feed them. I know a spot where I can put them, though. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Yeah, I don't have like a spot immediately where I can make use of it, but I feel like I know where I can probably put it. So do we have any more power poles? Nope, we're stuck with 80. Okay. Feel like things are starting to back up, which is very nice. But yeah, I think we could probably put a chest here for like hand feeding. That would be nice. Because this obviously doesn't serve as like an output. This is for handcrafting, or this is for building furnace lanes. This would probably be better. You love how one of the option info hints for bow skids private use only. What is that like? Is that a dev? Like it's a setting that was added for him and them alone. That goes in. Okay. This is weird. I don't know what this is doing, but obviously it's supposed to exist. Yeah, I have no idea what that's getting. Something with color hints. Ooh, colors, you say. We do like colors here. That reminds me, did someone redeemed that. Did I change it? Yeah, I'm pink. Okay, cool. I was just starting to second guess whether or not I did change my color. Oh. That's not supposed to be hand filled. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. So that right there, oops, we're not researching. That was one of my mini improvements, I guess you could say. I don't know, improvement doesn't feel like the right word. Let's just restamp. To make it that I can get enough locomotives in time, because our original build was not able to produce that many locomotives. So that's what that was, that weird belt that kind of turned a lot at the end. And that's why it has such a weird loop, because it's technically not supposed to be needed until bots. So it was a little bit odd. But there is a reason. There's usually a reason for my madness with my design choices here, even if they're a little bit unconventional. But yeah, this is just a matter of build as fast as I can right now. Just build anything that I see, which mostly just needs a lot of assemblers right now. Assemblers and splitters. So let's grab some of those. Those are crafting. Now it's not producing fast, but it is producing, and that's something. Boilers are not producing because I never added the inputs. There we go. And then chests are also something that... Actually, I don't really need chests. I'm realizing now handcrafting like 50 chests is incredibly easy. They do not need to be in the mall this early. They can be in the post-bot mall, but it's also one of those things where I don't gain a ton by skipping it. So it's hard to justify making a change. Okay. So most of this coal is for bots, so I don't actually need that. This one is also unnecessary. I could probably skip that entire lane, but we'll leave it just in case, because obviously I thought it had a reason. I wanted it at some point. I just don't think I need it anymore. Handcraft? That's true. I can't handcraft. You're right. I don't think that was supposed to be there, was it? No. No, it wasn't. That was a mistake. You notice that disabling biter expansion might cause some issues for crafting? Oh. Yeah, I think I get what you're implying. Okay. So we just need to make sure we don't have any inserters going directly into a chest, and then we're probably good. But yeah, I always call it hand crafting. It's more like hand feeding. I mean, I can technically handcraft because I'm not really doing lazy bastard right now. But that kind of defeats the purpose of practicing if I don't practice with all the conditions that I actually need. Oops. There we go. Yeah, we'll need this mall soon enough. I should really reorder stuff, though, and actually research oil processing. So that way we can set the recipes instead of just doing whatever random recipes that seemed fun to do. Oops. I'm glad the undo feature works for pretty much everything except for circuits. Does anyone know if they, is that one of the improvements they made to base game? Because it's definitely one of the more annoying things of Factorio is that you can't undo circuits. It seems like something that 2.0 would probably fix, but obviously I don't know. But man, that would be nice. Oops, no, that's not supposed to be there. I know, oh, I just realized, they changed the color of blueprints, didn't they? Oh, that's gonna make this so much nicer in the future. That can be built by bots. Don't care that much about that. Okay, so now that we actually have science up and running, I think we can build the buffer chest now. Because we kind of skipped initially because they're not that useful, but it wasn't worth the time investment. Oh my god, that's why that extends up. Oh, it's to make it smart belting. Okay, so when I don't have the whole base built, that weird section seemed weird. See, and redo. Oh, that's so fantastic. Like, it never affected me that much because it's not like I actually, like, you know, was grinding 100%, but it was annoying. Yeah, anytime I did the practices. Because that rips runs. I mean, I guess you can still have issues if you have a combinator, but, you know, it's going to be less prevalent. Okay. I feel like we need steel soon, and we also need to fix circuits. Okay, I think that is supposed to go down there. I think we just didn't undo it properly. Okay, that makes so much more sense. I was like, this is definitely missing something in the mall. Okay, then we got ourselves a splonger, which definitely not as hand-build friendly as it could be. But that is because we learned how to build these faster after we built this section of our base, and it was kind of too late to fix it. But I have a much better idea now of what sucks to hand build and what doesn't. But it's just, you know, can't do much about it now. Your bleed dabba dee dabba die. Is that how you interpret the lyrics? I've never heard that one. I like it. Usually the debate is if it's I'm blue, if I were green or die. It's never a debate over what's the first line. I like it. Okay, I feel like I could be doing two at once here. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay, this is definitely a weird mix of hand building and not hand building, but oh well. I don't even know what I'm building right now. This is the steel lane. That's what this is. Okay, I actually do need steel soon. And you can use setting up assemblers with circuits. Nice for color. So I have a rainbow for chest. Yeah, there's a lot of changes that just seem really nice. Also, this is such an expensive build. There just isn't. There's not a cheap way to do steel. Your choices with burners are basically do an incredibly expensive steel lane or do a slightly less expensive steel lane that's also incredibly expensive and more annoying to build. Like, neither option is good. It's just one of them isn't quite as awful and the other one is terrible. But yeah, either way, it's rough. Okay. That is a bypass lane for later. Bots can actually build that. Okay, I don't think I can afford the whole lane. I do need to be very mindful of how much belt I have. If I run out of belt, I guess it's fine. If I run out of underbelt, on the other hand, that causes some problems. Looks like I can do one more. Okay. Not actually that low, though. Definitely could be worse. Okay. Underground, regular belt, regular belt. Okay, so we don't actually have a large buffer of belts, but I think that's good because I did remember I was compulsively grabbing them. And we have a buffer of like 1,500. That's decent. I might increase them slightly. The nice thing is I can make changes like that manually during the run. Now they only stick for a couple stages until they're overwritten, but I can make those changes, which is nice. Okay, is there a fast way to do this? I feel like there is not a fast way to do this. Usually when you're talking about burners, and if the question is there a fast way, the answer is always no. It's really just which is the least slow is a reasonable question. Oops. Fortunately, I don't think there's any circuit conditions on these, so they don't have to be perfect. That was not the fast way to do that, though. I do know that much. Okay. Okay, this is all right, actually. It's not great, but we've already established that. But I think doing it in this bizarre order is good enough. I cannot bring myself to ever use the word good. The best we got is good enough generally. But yeah, while we were up at the mall, we completely forgot that I needed inserters. We just had like 1,000 the last time I checked, so I just kind of assumed we still did. We very much do not. Okay, so we've researched more, which means I can paste the next stage of my base. And by next stage, I mean reprint the same stage. I think we're building a lot faster, though. I think we're on a good pace. As far as I mean, you know, within reason. Again, can't really use the word good here with burners, but we're on an all right pace. Yeah, they're definitely S tier. They are 100% going on the tier list, which I do. I plan on doing that this next month. I want to do that after Shoot to Scoot. I won't be doing it for Space Age. It's just going to be, we're going to do the rubber. Well, actually, I guess it depends, because I wanted to do it with the rubber ducky mod. And then every time we did a recipe, we pulled out the tier list. But the issue is, I don't know if there is a... I might need to wait until rubber ducky is ported. If it's not yet. I haven't checked. But that kind of gives us a goal, right? Like, that forces us to use... It forces us to build everything in a way that we can actually rank it. Are you going to publish the blueprints? Yes. The blueprints will be published. If I want to submit the run, the blueprints have to be submitted. Well, okay, technically, the blueprints don't have to be part of the file, but for people who know how to extract stuff from a replay, technically the blueprints are there. But, like, I'll just also have them as a link separately, but since I have to upload the file if I want to submit 100%, I believe you can get the blueprints from it that way, which is why blueprint submission isn't like a requirement. Because people who are smarter than me at Woob know how to do some things. But yeah, the blueprints will be available after the run. Not before, mostly because if there are errors, I would like to catch them. I would feel so bad if somebody spent like 12 hours and then there was like some critical error and it wasn't me who had the critical error happen to them. You know what we should probably do? We should probably get steel first before we build these. Yeah, I should definitely... Oops. Yeah, I should definitely hook up some iron to steel before I start building everything would be very useful. I just want to get this taken care of, so that way they start backing up with coal. But yeah, don't worry. If anyone wants to run this, they will be available for free on with a video and just in the submission. You know what? Fair point. Maybe someone who loads up these prints deserves it. We need burner drills, and then I think I'm going to do this. And then we're going to attach this to steel, so that way I start getting some steel. But yeah, that is a fair point. They should be prepared for that from the start if they're playing this. New music feels on Factorio, but it's so nice. Isn't it like procedurally generated? I remember like some Friday facts that made it seem like it wasn't like fully handcrafted music. I mean, as far as I know, the current stuff also isn't, but I was thinking it was like procedurally generated for each game. I don't really know how that works. But I swear I'm not completely imagining it. I might be. There's 50% chance. Yeah, I haven't really heard it. Okay, that should be enough of everything that we can finish stuff. Okay, so we need... Is there anything I can build on the way down? Yeah, I guess I can... I guess I can build this, huh? We really need steel. We should have gotten steel a little bit earlier. Although, honestly, we're doing perfectly fine on time. This probably is supposed to underground like that. Although I kind of messed it up, so it's hard to say. But that's really the only thing that makes sense. But yeah, I figured if I'm walking this way, I should probably be building stuff. Although I might be using up too much of the belt that I went and grabbed. Some, hopefully I still have enough to make my power plant and stuff. Oh my gosh, we have not expanded power. Which, now that I think about it, probably doesn't matter. It's most of our base is not running. So I just went to take a drink. I put the lid on. It felt really weird. Just like, no liquid came out. What's wrong? Yeah. I'm clearly a little delirious. Also, anyone who saw the anyone who remembers Red Wraith's mod, the April Fool's one, that's gonna. I'm planning for that to be the next video. I've started brainstorming the script. I haven't started writing it, but I have a lot of ideas for like. I think story beats is the right word. That I want to hit. Okay, let's switch to compact, and that would be this one. Yeah, I think the right word is story beats. Let's see. This should go this way. But yeah, I guess outline is another word we could use. I have the general timeline of how I want to like write the videos planned. It's just gonna take a while, I imagine, because it's about as much footage as Burner Hundo, which is unfortunate because that took forever. But it's not going to take 6 months, as long as I'm motivated to some degree and don't postpone working on the video for 5 months before starting it, then we're good. Because that is definitely not at all what happened with Burner Hundo. I definitely did not wait 6 months to edit it after writing the script. Definitely did not do that. Because I don't procrastinate things. Yeah, I don't think I can believe that. I can't get myself to to believe that. It's almost like it's not true. Okay, that's decent. And then we can do another one next to it, which is nice. We just need to avoid any mix mining, then we're good. Is he lying to us or himself? Everyone. I need to lie to everyone to make this believable. But also, primarily me. I need to not procrastinate this time, because I do enjoy it a lot. I enjoy writing the script more than anything, but the editing is also pretty fun. So there's really no reason for me to procrastinate, because it's not like it's unpleasant or anything. I think it's just because I'm new to it. It's very slow. It is time consuming because a lot of it is me still learning how to like use the software and like shortcuts to using the software. Like knowing keyboard shortcuts saves a lot of time over menuing. Unsurprisingly, like that's true for pretty much anything. It's just so many things are hotkeys that I need to figure out. Okay, so this is a little bit unfortunate. This is a terrible spot for this patch to be in, and then we need to remove the mixed mining. I'm surprised that's mixed mining, actually. It's usually pretty hard to accidentally mix mine, but we managed to get 2 drills doing it. I mean, I guess it's harder. It's obviously not impossible. It's just whenever your mining area is a quarter? No, an eighth? What? 4 versus 20... 4 versus 25, right? So about a sixth. A little under a sixth. Okay, so we're not doing great for coal. I think we need to expand this. There isn't a great way to do that. This is a pretty bad patch. I think we just need to get one. Do we have a shorter lane? We have this one. I mean, this lane works really. It's a good design. It's a little bit tedious to set up, but it is very useful for self-feeding coal. And they're all kind of tedious. Like the other ones are more tedious in terms of like getting one set up. This one's more tedious if you have to set up like 3 though, like we're doing. Although, I don't know, usually 3 is pretty quick. This is the part that I wish there was some like fancy smart belt way to do it. I haven't figured it out. That doesn't mean there isn't one, but I think I either have to click every time with the drill inserters or I have to click every time with the belt. And obviously clicking every time with the inserters is easier, or is harder. Well, yeah. Yeah, clicking every time with the inserters is the more annoying or more wasteful way to do it, thanks to Smart Belt. If it weren't for Smart Belt, then it wouldn't really matter. They would be pretty equally weighted, but with Smart Belt, obviously the belt locking, we want to do anything to mitigate that being annoying. Okay, this should be all right. We can just send this to a compressor, which actually, yeah, let's do a compressor because once I get mining productivity, I can get more out of it. Right now, there's only enough coal for one, though. Okay, so this is going to be weird. We send this up through here, and then we split it off. And I think I should recombine it here. Yeah, that should work. Oh gosh, that is an absolute mess, though. I think our belt's good, though. Do we have enough for expanding our power plant? Technically, yes. We don't actually have boilers on us. But what we do have is the ability to make more boilers. So we should be okay. Yeah, disabling belt locking entirely would be equally difficult, I guess. That's probably not my goal. But I could level the playing field for sure. Okay, this has 1 coal in it, but I think it's the coal that I had earlier. Also, what is this? Is this a coal belt? That is a coal belt, so do not connect it. Despite the fact that there is a coal on the belt that I am dragging, do not attach to the coal belt. That would be silly. Okay, I'm remembering now what this looked like. Okay, so we can send this here. Okay. And then this one, I believe, is the third. Right here. Temporarily disable. Yeah, no, I know what you meant. Like, we temporarily disable it and then make it that burners and belts have the same priority, but that just adds like an extra key that's kind of hard to press whenever you can just do a belt first. I'm realizing we still have not done stone yet. We really need to get that set up. Actually, do we? I don't know. I don't know how important stone is. We're not researching anything, so let's get that taken care of. No, nobody screamed T at me. Normally people scream T. I definitely need to get better at checking, just in case there isn't anyone screaming T. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, I'm still fine on time. Like, I really do want to get... Yeah, that's not how I should do that. Yeah, I want to get stone, but on the other hand, I'm already here, and this needs to be built anyway. I might as well build it now instead of wasting the time going to grab stone. Because the main thing I need stone for is to get drills, which I've already hand-fed it like 500 furnaces, or 250 furnaces. So, like, it's functional enough. I have enough drills to get me to bots. You only really need... You know, I don't actually have a number. I do need more inserters, though. Let's see. While we're going up, we might as well place some belt, although we're about to run out. I don't know what that is about, so let's restamp. Oops. Okay, so I do see steel going through. That's good. We need regular belts, undergrounds. Okay. This is not getting any gears for some reason. Okay, it's just because we built a lot of stuff that uses coal. We haven't actually sent the rest of it up north yet. So we'll fix that while we go expand steel. But we did double our coal production. We just did not. It doesn't make its way up, I don't think. Or if it does, it takes a very weird route to get there, so it's going to take a bit to reach it. I love this song. I don't think I have 2 instances of the music on, do I? No. Because this is a different save. I wasn't sure what my music settings were, but I just remembered I turned it off at the beginning of the stream just in case. Because normally when I do stuff, in editor mode. Like, I do a lot of stuff in editor mode. Music doesn't really play. Yeah, music doesn't really play much during editor mode, so I just keep it off and play it separately, so that way there's something. How do we do this? I think if we split it here, it at least lets us get it lets us get some copper onto a different lane. We're obviously going to run short for a bit, but the idea is there. Okay, so I think this is where we have extra... This is where we have extra coal that we could take from. And then connect into this path right here. Awesome. So we're out of splitters. That's less awesome. We do technically have enough circuits on us, I think, that we can at least get stone. Now, stone is terrible, actually. It's really bad. We have that, we have that, we have that. We have a bunch of really small batches for stone. None of them are that usable. So that's cool. See, is there anything in the post-spot drills that we can use? Not really. Okay, I know what we can do. That is going to need more coal to prime that, though. Otherwise, it can cause a brownout. Okay. That should be good now. I don't normally like designing it that way, but it's all I have space for right now. Okay. That's good. And then let's see, inserter, 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 inserter. And then these need to be staggered from each other. So far that works well. Okay. That one's good. And then I guess we can place a couple more here. Okay. Hopefully we have enough belt. It looks like we're okay. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, I guess I don't really need the blueprints, but I kind of knew that. The blueprints are mostly there for once I get bots, and if I just, for some reason, have a brain fart and just cannot think of what things are supposed to look like. But yeah, the designs are annoying, but they are relatively straightforward. Like, they're meant to be simple and easy to understand. And then we'll let's see, that's not a full lane, that can just sideload there. Okay, and then this doesn't really need a prio either. Okay, so there's stone. That can start making landfill. For some reason, research has stalled. I think it has to do with the lack of coal. Because, like, we were just... Oh, we're running low on belt. We need to switch to the more expensive underground for this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we just aren't getting coal to our base right now, because I don't think anything's running. Because it just seems really odd to think that we could possibly be short green science. Okay. That should be alright. We need some radars, which we cannot craft. Well, technically we can. We don't have Lazy Bastard on, but shouldn't craft is a better way to phrase that. But yeah, it definitely looks like a coal shortage. I don't know where radars are, so I think I'm just gonna place a couple in a random spot. And then we don't have any chests. Yeah, we're definitely just, we're out of coal or something. Okay, maybe it is good that I automated chests, considering how easy they are to just forget. Did that do anything? I don't think that caused any issues. No, that didn't cause any issues. Cool. One day we'll be fast enough that we can get bot lap with burners, right? Is there any way I can believe that lie? I don't think there's any way I can believe that lie. It would be fantastic, but yeah, I don't know if I can convince myself that we're ever gonna get close to bot lap. Oh, that would be so cool. That would be a pretty nice accomplishment if I could somehow get 90-minute bots, but yeah, there's absolutely no shot. Yeah, these don't run. Fortunately, we don't need them for anything yet. They're for future upgrades, but yeah, we're really not getting that many gears. I guess that's what this is supposed to be for. We're good on assemblers. Okay, yeah, that's what everything... That's what everything's missing. I guess that's all right. That isn't that useful. But I can hand feed it some stuff to get some resources, which is nice. Okay, yeah, I don't know why we're lacking these. You don't want to lie to you, or maybe you do. Fair. Either way, I understand. I can totally do it. Oh yeah, I can totally... I totally believe too. This is definitely a worthwhile cause to believe in, not based on absolutely nothing. Definitely not based on an impossible task. This is the one where we were missing the splitter, right? Yeah, we just didn't have the resources for it. Yeah, that tracks. Wait, what is that splitter for? I don't really know why I have that. But I obviously think I need it for a reason, so we'll build it. But yeah, I can't fault you. I can't fault you for that. Okay, that looks all right. We are getting stone, which is nice. Now we can't really get furnaces because, well, I don't really have any. They're pretty close though, so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna walk up and get furnaces. That's our best. That's our best bet. Oh, I shouldn't have fed that. Okay, so gears are probably a mistake. We are very short on coal. On the bright side, I have enough furnaces for steel furnaces, which is okay. That'll get us some furnaces back. When we finally upgrade that, we're actually doing okay on time. It is possible it'll take us an hour to get to bots from here, but I don't think it would take us that much longer. Because as long as I get 3-hour bots, I'm pretty happy. 2.5 hour would be fantastic with more practice, but 3 hours I think gets us in our 12-hour goal. Okay, how's power doing? Probably fine. It's usually fine. Yeah. Honestly, we don't really need a ton of power. We do need a radar. Okay, well, we already have these built, so I might as well get these taken care of. So we do these assemblers first. And it looks like we're getting better at reading the order that Anti originally intended to build these. Because a lot of this was built 6 months ago. When I started, like, this was obviously one of the first builds we did. So yeah, there are some things where I just do not see the vision of what I was possibly thinking of. This one though, this one makes sense. But yeah, one day. I think also a lot of our stuff was designed around cost because we weren't really sure what fast ways to build it were. I think we could pretty reasonably do better. I think we could do better in that department. Make things a little bit more expensive but faster. Although it's hard to say because they're already so expensive to build in terms of like entity cost. Doing like the speedrunner corner cutting for like build speed is kind of tricky to do when you already have barely enough inventory space as it is, but I don't know. We'll figure something out. 2.0 also probably will make some things a little bit better because I think you'll decrease the amount of inserters we need because we can do a lot more sushi. I don't know. We'll see if I actually end up doing 1.0 2.0 stuff, but I would like to make this debate base a little bit better for 2.0 because it's kind of fun. Does UPS struggle at the end? It should. I want it to. If it's not struggling, it means I'm way below my target. But yeah, if we don't reach a point where it struggles, then that means my base is underperforming by a very significant margin. I know you shouldn't normally root for it to be slow, but UPS struggling means I reach my target of 20 outposts. And if I don't reach that target, it's kind of sad. And it just means my base isn't working. Okay, they're still limited on gears, I think, but they're not as limited on gears, so I guess that's all right. Why are we not getting stack size ASAP? Stack size, and then we can go back to bots. There we go. We do need that. We do need these. We do need these for future expansions. Those are doing all right. What else? What else could we possibly need? Regular belt. Huh. That was hand-fed. I really do not get enough regular belt. I think we're missing that. But yeah, it feels weird. Feels weird to say, oh, I sure hope we're limited by that, but I really do want to be. Because basically my goal is 1 outpost every 8 to 10 minutes. If we do that consistently for 3 hours, we should become performance bottlenecked by the end. So that's our goal. Which is why I want us to reach that goal. even if it means we are performance bottlenecked. But yeah, burners are, rough estimate, they're about 4 times as bad for comparable production in terms of UPS. So yeah, if that means I'm only going to be reaching about 5 to 7 million green chips per hour before my computer's bottlenecked, whereas I could pretty comfortably reach, I could pretty comfortably reach 20 million with electricity if I like were to load up the normal base. That's how bad they are. They can reach 20 million, whereas I am gonna struggle to reach 7 million per hour. Which is why even once we place our outposts, we probably are gonna have like a 2-hour window at the end where there's not much we can do. Okay, so yeah, we really need power poles. I think we just need to go to that forest and chop some trees for a bit. But let's finish our base first. Finish our base upgrades, especially gears. Gears are lacking. Now, one thing I wish our base does have, we don't really have early prod modules. It's a bit late. It's a bit late now to fix that, but we are missing early modules. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Actually, I don't think those blue assemblers help because we're still lacking. Yeah, those assemblers don't help much because we're still lacking in the, what's the word? Inserter department. Sorry, the assemblers. Wow, this is a much farther forest than I thought. Really not the best map. I did like how many coal rocks I had at the beginning, though. That made me really happy. We had like 20 or something. No, 15. I don't remember. We didn't mine them all, but I think it was around 15 coal rocks that we were able to get, which meant we were good on coal until we built like 20 to 30 iron drills. It was really nice. But then we lost all that time save immediately by having to go this far for wood like 3 separate times. Okay. So yeah, our research speed is definitely limiting. We researched inserter capacity, I think, a little bit late. We wasted some of our stockpile of green science. We also didn't have a green science puffer chest for a bit, which didn't help. And then we weren't doing great. We weren't doing great on monitoring our coal. We still are a little bit lacking on coal. Okay, this should give me enough power poles. What can we do in the meantime? I can connect the weird belts. I don't know what this does, but I feel like I need it. Actually, I don't think I need that. No, that's for future me. Let's see, we don't have a ton of coal or copper. Let's get at least one full copper lane. And then how's this doing? This is doing all right, actually. It doesn't give me a ton of bricks, but I think it gives me enough. Because we don't really need a ton of furnaces. It's just once we get bots, I want to be able to upgrade to like 2 of the lanes. Okay, how do we do this? We have mostly we don't have inserters. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, that will get me inserters. I will work on the rest of the patch, though, while I do that. So that would be pre-bot drills. No. I don't quite know how to line this up. Maybe like that. I don't know. This is a weird spot to be in right here. Let's see. Let's go down. It seems like it's easier to go down and around here. And then connect it through the other side. Now, that won't be great once I get mining productivity, but I think it definitely helps a lot right now. See, these aren't mixed mining. That's good. I think the bottom one is mixed mining. Yeah, the bottom one is mixed mining. Okay, so I don't think I actually benefited much from making this compact. I don't think I should bother fixing it, because it doesn't complicate, it doesn't slow down the build speed, it just makes it slightly more expensive. Okay, and then I guess if I build it here, then it is worth it. And then those are, none of those are mixed mining. Okay, that's all right. Okay, that should do a 50-50 split. Okay. And then we should have all of the inserters we need by now. Because, oh wow, yeah, we built plenty. We did feed them like 600. We did feed them like 300 gears. Now that I realize that was too many. Oh well. Not inherently a problem. Just probably won't be that utilized. Okay, we don't need that to go that far. We can just stop it here. Okay. That should give me... Yeah, that actually gives me too much copper. Here's what we can do. We can split it. And then send the other half over here, I think. Like, it could go here. And then we can get more... We can get more copper out of it. Maybe a full 2 lanes? Probably not a full 2 lanes. Especially not with the lack of drills that we have. But we can at least get the framework. Is that mixed mining? No, it is not. Awesome. Okay. We will send this a different direction because that would be absolutely awful to weave out of there, I think. We use so much belt. For the amount of resources we get, I feel like we use a ton of belt, and it's very... I mean, it's understandable, but it's awful. I don't like it. Okay, so this is barely 2-1. Yeah, no 100% this weekend. I still have COVID. So I don't have the energy or the voice to do a 12-hour stream yet. I wasn't thinking we would get to it this weekend. I was hoping we might, but the odds of that were pretty low. But yeah, really hard to stream whenever you do not have much of a voice. But I definitely feel a lot better than last weekend. This is my first time. I haven't been reinfected with it. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't like have a resurgent in the next week, because I really would like to do the run next week. We're so close. Yeah, I've been fortunate to like avoid it up to this point, but I mean, admittedly, a large part of that is because I am a recluse. It's not like I mean, I stream Factorio on the regular, right? What do we expect? Okay, this is very annoying to hand build. Let's just do coal. We're that limited on green science, really? Okay. I don't know what we can do about it. Let's see, let's go this way. Okay, we can just run out of belt. How are we still short on belt? Oh well, whatever. Let's do oil. Oh, that is so much. This is limited on bricks. I guess we can get 1. That technically is more than 0. Okay, is this missing an output somehow? Yes, it is. Okay, I was wondering why we weren't getting assembler 3s. Okay, and then we need pipe. And then we need more pipe. We need these. We ran out. And we need belt. We don't have sushi belts, do we? Nor any timed belts? We do not have a ton of sushi belts, no. That is just because they are so... I don't know if that's supposed to be there. Let's restamp it. Sushi belts are really bad with burners, so there aren't that many spots where you can really justify using them. Because burner inserters... Because this is still on 2.0. Burner inserters extend way too slowly for them to make use of sushi belts, for the most part. without burning themselves out. If you use sushi belts, you have to have a ton of logic either way. But because their extension speed is so slow, it's pretty unsafe to use a sushi belt. Let's see, I want this oil. I believe oil is the outer lane. Not entirely confident, but that would make the most sense to me. But yeah, we have there are a couple spots where sushi works. We don't use like self-feeding sushi in many spots because of, aforementioned lack of safety. We do use it for, I can't think of it, engines and robo frames, because those are so incredibly slow crafting. We can actually use sushi for those, and it's pretty reasonable. It's not too awful to use sushi for that. So pretty much to use sushi, it has to be really slow crafting and really cheap. So its consumption of the belt has to be very low relative to the speed of the recipe. It's like we can't really use it for like red chips or anything, but we can use it with no issue for engines, as long as we're capped to about. The reason is we're capped to about 1.5 items per second on a sushi belt that burners can grab from. It's you can't really distribute more than that. Maybe you can do 3 on each half, but you can't really do a much better of a split than that and still have burners run. Yeah, reds are slow already. Yeah, and red is already, like, red is completely out of the picture for burners. Like a red belt sushi, not happening. I don't really know how many I need to start. I mean, I know I don't need a lot to start, but I don't really know how many I need just in general. This is definitely enough though for the first section. I'll probably expand power while I'm down here. But yeah, just imagine grabbing from like a sushi belt with a sushi red belt. Sushi yellow belts is hard enough to justify. That's why we only use it for like the starter science. Our big science, once we get bots, does not use sushi at all. We tried to make it work, but we would have needed to supplement it at 4 separate points. That's a lot. For anyone wondering, that is a lot of points to do a supplemental belt for a sushi belt. You kind of lose a lot of the advantage of sushi when you have to supplement that many times. Okay, so 7 more. Don't you love burners? Don't I make I must make everybody want to run out and do a burner build because they're so useful and so good, and I really show how great they are. I mean, obviously I enjoy them. There's a reason I have this challenge and have been working on it for months. Like, they're fun, but I can't pretend that they're not just the worst things ever. There's so many like weird exceptions you have to make when using them that you feel like you shouldn't have to. Nothing's mixed mining there, right? Yeah. Although this doesn't run. Okay, this is technically unsafe, but because it already has coal in it, I think it's okay. But I'll do this just in case. Then it should be fine. Okay, so we produced way many of this. How much do you know about the expansion? Very little. I know 2.0 makes burners a little bit better. I don't really know anything about the expansion itself, though. Other than, it has space. But most stuff outside of like 2.0 expansions, this is a spoiler-free stream because I know a lot of people don't have many people to watch that are not streaming space exploration right now. So I figured, while I'm doing burner stuff, I might as well give people a safe haven. Okay, this should work. I mean, it did work to some degree. Okay, I guess we need to see if oil's actually over here. Oh wait, we can do more researches too. Wait, mining product. I don't know if we can get mining productivity before bots. Probably, actually. I mean, it's a long research, but bots are also a ways away. Oh, that does actually have oil in it. But yeah, like the 2.0 changes to fluids, it's fun because it invalidates like all the work I did on the power plant. At least my power plant was a lot less work than like the actual speedrunners, but like the actual 100% runs, the competitive ones. It's going from burner to what there is in space. It's like hell in heaven production, speed and quantity wise. Okay, but hear me out. Burner space. Now I know that's not possible. I think people have said it, implied it isn't at least without mods. I imagine mods will make it possible, but nothing in the base game to make it that burner space age has got to be an option. Long pipe is long. Yep, long pipe is long. Yeah, I guess that's like on the one hand, this oil pipe probably would require a pump in 2.0. But on the other hand, it does not work well for me right now. So advantages either way. Pros and cons. Okay, I mean technically that is enough to get started on plastic. We're low on bricks, so they haven't built yet. We might as well just start doing plastic. We're doing all right actually on time, which is nice. We have all of like the raw resources we need, I think, for blue science. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, they also made some changes to how like ghosting over underpipes works. It's still it's a little wonky, but it is definitely better. Also, I love that word. I feel like I use it a lot. I use it anytime I get the chance. It's just fun. Wonky. But yeah, it's gonna be fun redoing this for 2.0, and then also trying to figure out which things we deem not worth it in terms of getting every achievement, because obviously we can't get every achievement. We can't even get every achievement without space age. We can get most of the achievements though, which counts for something. Is this right? Um, huh. Yes, it is. Okay. These are supposed to be blue assemblers though. We should actually delete that because those are supposed to. We probably don't have to. Not for today at least. But yeah, those are supposed to be blue assemblers, and they are supposed to have speed modules in them, which does matter for the actual run pretty significantly. Okay, we are very low on those. I don't know what they're, can't tell what they're limited on. It looks like they're limited by assemblers, which is limited by iron. You know, it's not possible, but I'll try my hardest to make it something somehow. Yeah, that's fair. I'll definitely do what I can with burners. At least once. I don't see a world where we do a significant amount of space age content on this stream for meme runs. The time commitment to that relative to how much fun it would be, not a good ratio. I can guarantee that. Uh, Now for occasional things, very fun, but it's definitely not going to be a regular occurrence that we do space age for every meme run. I imagine it will probably be like months before you do it anyway, because I want to casually play space exploration first before I start ruining it for myself with challenges. Will you do a normal serious one though? Yeah, yeah, we're doing SpaceX. We're doing Space Age this weekend. We're just gonna casually play through it this weekend. And there will be some like if there's a challenge that I think works a lot better in Space Age, we're obviously gonna do it in Space Age. I just think for the most part, like beating Factorio without an inventory or without pipes and stuff, the novelty of it kind of wears off after a few hours. So doing like a whole Space Age run for stuff like that, it's a hard sell. But there are some that I think would work really well, or it would be worth it. These are probably supposed to be blue. Okay, we need water, which I do remember grabbing the pumps. A little bit slower than I'd like, but I think we're doing all right. Also, it helps that we have stack size upgrades now. Did I say I didn't say snack, did I? In my mind, I said snack size, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Where is it? I might as well place it there. That works. How the two different saves and versions of the same game, what a joy to save folder and stuff. I mean, I already have like a bajillion folders for Factorio. So at least that doesn't change. Okay, we have the water. It doesn't connect all the way through, so let's do red chips first, actually. No, let's connect up water. We'll also need coal soon for plastic. Okay. But yeah, figured. Yeah, that's about what I expected. I was thinking water would probably be on the way though. Okay, and then someone was asking about sushi earlier. This is one of the few sushi belts we have. That's really worth it with burners. It makes it a lot smaller. This is robot frames, engines, and just robot frames and engines. It's just those two. But it's very worth it for these. Okay. That's good. Now we need power, which this part's a little bit annoying because I have to manually encap them. But there isn't a great way to make this smart belt compatible that doesn't require me to build too much of my base on the other side first. So we just decided that was worth it. At least for the top ones. These bottom ones obviously need to be dragged the whole way, so there's not really any advantage either way. Okay, don't know how that happened. I think that was a build range issue. Hard to say. That was bizarre. I think build range though is probably the problem. Does anybody know, is that fixed in 2.0? Because I know they changed how undergrounding like smart belt works, and I feel like that would be something they would fix. The whole, if you run out of, or if you start from the wrong end, you don't smart belts like that. I imagine that seems like something that they would fix, but I didn't get a chance to test that in the 1 hour I played of 2.0 before realizing I'm not going to play Space Age until I can stream it. Because I don't know, it just felt wrong. But yeah, that is one of the biggest issues I have with Smart Belt, and I'm really hoping that's fixed. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty specific problem that I have with it. I don't know if it bothers so many people that they would like notice it. Like, it's obviously a problem because it's pretty arbitrary, but I don't know if it's like something that needed to be fixed or something that just is gonna just gonna always be like a minor annoyance. But yeah, basically, if you have an underground half placed around a belt, it can't smart belt Like, it's not smart enough to realize it's supposed to smart belt over the gap if one of the undergrounds is placed. And specifically, like, the second underground is placed. If the first one is placed, it usually works. It's just a little bit annoying. And you run into a similar issue with ghosts, although that is inherently a different problem, but the same end result of smart belt isn't placing what you want. Okay, so this is all right. Not as ahead as I would want to be, but I think we're doing better than our first attempt at bots. I don't know why we're not producing those. 3.2 will bring clairvoyant belt. Ooh, I like it. I don't fully know what that would mean, but I do like the idea that belt can like tell the future for me. I guess that's what we've been missing this whole time. Factorio needed belt that can predict the future. Then you won't even have to like do your own factory. It's just gonna magically tell you what like the best design is, huh? Oh wow, this is when I reach a spot that was very like well designed for like speed building, it makes me happy. And then there's a lot of spots that are like technically designed around speed building, but because it's burners, you know, either way, it's not gonna be fast. It'll predict what I want to do and do that. I like it. You won't even have to play the game anymore. It's just gonna be a built-in task. And nobody will be able to refute it as being a task because it's just built into Factorio. Genius. An AI smart chip built into the brain. Exactly, that's what everybody's always wanted in video games. To not have to think. I mean, I guess brain off games are pretty popular, like Vampire Survivors. Right? Like it's popular for a reason. You do not have to think much when you play that game. It's great for just like zoning out while listening to a podcast or something. Although admittedly, I do like when I have to use my brain a little bit during games. Which makes sense, I do play Factorio. Then again, we've seen how I play Factorio, so it's hard to sell that I use my brain when I play. It's not the most believable claim I've made. Oh wow, this feels so nice to build. No, that feels good. Okay. I don't know what we're missing. I do know that this is not very hand-build friendly. I clearly messed up my priorities here with this belt. Which makes sense. I do see what went wrong, though. Maybe it might be fixable. It's probably not worth fixing, though. Okay, so I think what we're missing is plastic. And that's just because we're out of petroleum, right? Yeah. The AI smart chips, and then you can automate the human themselves, and Factorio can play itself. So we all know the singularity will come from the Factorio community. True. If anybody is going to automate humanity, it would be Factorio. I could see it. It's very logical to me, I think. Okay. So that should help. We're gonna need this soon anyway, might as well build it. Honestly, we built most of what we need for... Yeah, we've built most of what we need for bots. We need to finish connecting this water. A lot of this stuff, I feel like I could have put on a different stage, but I put it on this stage to show where I can't build it. Oh, please happen. Oh, come on. We are so close. Okay, that should be enough. Nope, it is much, well, no, it was enough, but it was much farther than I thought it would be. Okay, what do we need? We need more iron. So that means this is ready for a red belt upgrade, I think, before we get to bots. So we grab what we can, and then we finish the upgrade, which I guess we can just kind of drop some iron to get rid of it, and then I think we should have enough. Geeky nerds fed up by circuit logics programming. Exactly. That describes. I think that's pretty accurate. Geeky nerds does sound a little bit redundant, but I get it. Okay. Oops, these are all going the wrong way. Okay. If you knew how to automate Factorio, you would. Isn't that why you make the tasks? Or for making the tasks? Is that not automating Factorio? Is that a separate thing? What you really need to do is automate the automating of Factorio. Make the tasks automatic. Just make it learn from the top speedrun. Those actually never need to be a yellow belt or a red belt, so let's get that back. Okay, we should have enough steel. I really wish we had a steel buffer. That is one thing I wish we had, or just any buffer in general actually would be useful. I don't think that needs to be a red belt, but we'll put it just in case. Okay, so that should help with my gears. They were running a little bit short. I feel like this is supposed to have a prio. TAS is like the most manual. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fair. It does seem very. You have to do a lot of things in very slow steps. But you only have to do it once. Well, okay, probably like 1,000 times until you figure out which way you want to do it. So maybe that can't even argue as once. This was not the way to do that, if anyone's wondering. This is the slowest way I could have built this. Oops. Interesting. Okay, that's not smart belt friendly. Have we made any blue science yet? No, we have not. Why have we not made blue science? Ah. Okay. Well, okay, so we're not gonna reach our bot goal, but we're gonna be pretty close. I guess that's all right. That kind of ruined it. I mean, we were barely gonna reach it either way, so it's not like we were that close. But fortunately, it's not a huge deal. Our bot goal was mostly for fun. Like, it would have been nice, but it's not critical by any means. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting to beat 3 hours a day. It can take 2 hours to program a tricky second or 4 hours to make 1 minute of simple actions. Yeah, that sounds about right. So it's like it's like beating the game with a 100% base. You do in 20 hours what you could do in one. Okay, I don't know why I'm so short on belt. I think I should add circuit logic to those to make them only output when the belt is full. I don't think I'll make the change, but it would be a little bit helpful. I don't think the benefit is that significant though, so I'm probably not going to worry about it. Okay, might as well get batteries. Okay. Those are all right. I think we have everything we built. This is somehow missing copper. Ah, there we go. I was wondering how we weren't getting batteries yet. Or batteries, if I wanna stick with that typo. Okay, and then this should be electric engines. Or this should be robot frames. Okay, we should have everything we need though, except for underground pipes for advanced oil. I think we're still missing a little bit of that though. Okay, yeah, our iron supply is definitely a little bit low. We need to figure out what's happening with that. Honestly, it could be nothing. I think this iron is just one of those things that we're always going to be a little bit low on. And then I guess we can do another green science research, because I don't think we've technically hooked up blue science. I'm fairly certain that it is missing a gap. So let's take care of that real quick. Yep, thought so. Okay. Ooh, wait. Is that not sideloaded? I guess it doesn't need to be. Okay, so we've produced some, let's see, advanced oil, lubricant. Let's cancel this so we can buffer that a little bit, and then construction bots. Okay, that's our goal for today. Let's see, this is missing coal, this is missing coal. This is the blue science belt, which is clearly not working. But it's not like we had any anyway, so it doesn't matter. What is the issue here? Oh, the belt's flipped. Okay, well, that would do it. This is a... I believe this is the robot assembler. Let's see, what can we build in the meantime? I guess those don't actually contribute to blue science, so they're not super high priority. Let's finish this lane. That's probably the best bet. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely... We still need to do lube, which isn't too bad. You're not currently working on TAS, your main contribution is developing task tools. Are the... oh yeah, is it easy to port stuff to like 2.0? Like, I'm assuming it depends on the mod, but like in general, are mods fairly compatible? Or do they require like a lot of work? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there is a general answer for that, because I don't know what all they changed. But I mean, I've seen a lot of mods already have like 2.0 releases, but I think they also got early access, so that doesn't really say much. 2.0 changed quite a bit. Is that good? I mean, obviously it means more work for like porting stuff. Is it good overall? Oh, that probably also doesn't have like one answer though. But like if they added more tools for modders, that would be kind of worth it. Currently they push so many updates that you don't want to try to look at it. Fair. Yeah, I was going to do shoot to scoot on Monday with obviously 1.1. Because I imagine if I want to do a meme run that requires a mod, it's going to take a while before the mods make it to 2.0. But I have a few weeks worth of meme run planned that don't require any mods at all, or that I can just do in an older version. Okay, that looks okay. I don't know if I can actually support these. It looks like I might be able to. I'm very much still lacking on the iron, though. I need to figure that out. Okay. This should be okay. I don't know why these aren't powered. Hello, David. Welcome, welcome. I have no idea where these power poles go. I don't think I'm supposed to place them. Okay, that is unfortunate. I think we can make it work, though. It just makes some stuff more clear. That sounds good overall. Aside from, you know, having to, like, change some things that... aside from the added work of having to, like, redo what it was already working. But other than that, it sounds like a positive. Based on that that one sentence. Okay, we are running low on pipe, which is unfortunate. I don't know which ones of these I need to build. This is definitely supposed to be lube, though. I either have just enough pipe or I don't have just enough pipe. That's not a useful sentence. That's... That is a misstamp. Whoops. Hopefully that didn't break anything. FQ core hasn't been updated, so shoot, just... You can't update shoot to scoot yet. Yeah, I figured. No, I'm not worried. That one, not much would change with 2.0. I was just curious. But yeah, that pretty much would just have like some small quality of life stuff to do that one in 2.0, like not having to worry about fluids when we go farther. But I think I'm so excited. The revision of that mod looks so cool. It was unfortunate that I was delaying the burner stuff so much, or I was delaying that one to get the burner stuff done, and then ended up being sick and not able to do the burner stuff anyway, because I had been delaying shoot to scoot for that reason. So it is unfortunate that we haven't played it yet, but I've been excited ever since. So very much looking forward to that one. I can finally relive my dream of playing as the Terminator in Broforce, which I probably does not make any sense to anybody who has not played that. But basically there's this game called Broforce. Absolutely fantastic. They have a ton of puns on popular, famous superhero, I guess like butch superheroes maybe? Like it's not just bros, like they have Ripley from like Aliens, stuff like that. Just a lot of really awesome characters. And it's called Broforce. It's like a 2D platformer shooter thing. And the Terminator has a minigun, and when he fires it, he launches backwards like a rocket. So you can use that to move really fast in the game, and it is so fun. And Dice made a mod that added recoil to Factorio, which basically makes it that you can relive that awesome movement style in Factorio. So I'm really looking forward to it. Oh yeah, driving vehicles. That sounds so trippy. I mean, vehicles are confusing enough as it is. So yeah, that does seem a little bit odd. Okay, we still beat our bot goal. We got bots in 3. Okay, so we're about 15 minutes ahead of our first attempt to bots. That's still pretty good. Why am I doing that? I just realized we can stamp stuff and not have to worry about it. The Turbo American game. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good way to describe it. But yeah, that was good. Okay, so Botlap was... Botlap. We didn't get Botlap. Gotlap was slower than our first attempt. However, we built more of our base. So we were about 5 minutes ahead by Gotlap. And we still had plenty of time. We still had like 8 minutes. That's not that much time. It doesn't sound like much time, but I mean, we got green science up at 1:15. So like that's, we still had double the time we needed for researching. We got bots 15 minutes faster. And again, we have a little bit more of our base built. Do I remember GTA Vice City? I do not. I never really played the GTA games. I wasn't allowed for the longest time. And then just never really thought to play them once I got old enough to play them. I did play Saints Row. So you could cheat to get vehicles flying and then use the tank can to propel you forward in the air. That sounds fantastic. Okay, so the one thing we are missing, we never upgraded our assemblers, which would explain why our mall is lacking. I don't think I really need to finish. I think we can probably stop there, but I'm going to upgrade these just to see how the mall runs. Because I want to see where iron is lacking. I don't think it is. I think it was just because we were producing so much stuff with gears at the time. When you got lap, you literally caught it last second. Nice. It's really hard to read the sentence got when you got lap. There we go. Okay, so I was a little bit low on coal this time. I think I need to get more ambitious with gathering coal. But other than that, this is good practice. We'll probably end there today because my throat's starting to get sore. But I mean, it wasn't as difficult to talk today as I expected. considering I haven't been able to talk like all week, like at all, more than like a very slight whisper. So my voice is definitely coming back. So I'm hoping, unless like I completely get sick again, but like I should be healed enough to do this next Saturday. That's what we're planning on. I haven't announced it yet because I do want to make sure I'm feeling a little bit better first. But as long as I'm feeling decently on Monday, I think we can go and probably say we can do the full run Saturday. We'll do one more practice run on Tuesday and then one more practice probably the Friday before. So we have 2 more practice runs before we do the full run Saturday, ideally. Tomorrow and Sunday we'll be doing Space Age. Those obviously Space Age, we can talk about Space Age and that. the no spoiler thing is only for days that aren't Space Age, so that way people who don't want to talk about Space Age can avoid it. But yeah, this weekend we'll be doing Space Age just because we missed the first like entire week due to sickness, and then Monday we'll be doing Shoot to Scoot, which is super fun. Yeah, I should make the opposite command. Spoilers are allowed. But yeah, overall that went decent. The only notes I really had was I need larger belt buffers, I think. Although realistically, I don't have the inventory for that, so maybe it's fine. There's such a weird build order here, though. There's so much here that I would redo now that I know how I want to build it, but it's too late. So we're just gonna deal with it. We did miss 1 blue science. I'm gonna fix that just in case. It's not that important. Because I don't think we're going to continue from this. I don't think we really need to practice post-bots. Like, obviously, it would be nice to see how long it takes us to launch a rocket, but strictly speaking, we don't need to. So it's pretty low on my list. Is there anyone not streaming Space Age that we can go say hi to? Because I'm realizing now there's not that many people I could raid. Because it would feel kind of wrong to have no spoilers in my title and then go and raid someone who's streaming Space Age. So let's not do that. 3.0 burner percent and 2.0 will be better in every way. Is that what we're skipping? Are we skipping straight to burner 3.0? Yo, Sips is live. Like from Yogscast? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am the only person not playing Space Age right now. Probably, yes. I normally only stream until 3 to 4 hours. It usually ends around this time. Next weekend, when we do the full run, we'll be live like all day. We should be up to doing this next week. You found me through that? Nice. Yeah, I noticed I got like 50 Twitch followers after I posted that, which is really funny. Like I hadn't streamed in like a week and I just looked and I'm like there's a lot of stuff in my notifications. But yeah, we had to postpone the run itself due to sickness, which is why I still sound a little bit muted today as well. But ideally, we're doing the reschedule next week. So I do feel a lot better. I think we're up to doing the actual run. I'm very much looking forward to that. Also, I feel like Twitch is lying to me. But it's telling me there's like 1 million people watching Factorio right now. Is that true? That doesn't sound true, but it could be. But it doesn't sound right. I think it's not giving me the right numbers. Maybe that's like total viewer, like total views or something. Okay. It might be total views of like that channel. Because I'm like, there's no way there's 400,000 people or 1 million people watching Factorio, even with the expansion. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for the actual run. We've been working on this for a while. Very happy with my bot time. Got lap time is a bit close, but we still manage with like 10% local room. That's honestly a lot larger than it sounds. But yeah, since no one's streaming Space Age, or since someone's not streaming Space Age, I'm not gonna raid people who might be lurking here to avoid spoilers. So we'll just wrap it up. Hope you'll have a wonderful evening. We'll play Space Age this weekend, and meme run on Monday, which I'm looking forward to. Hope you have a good night. Peace.